Ich glaube, jetzt kommen wir zu einem Spiel, was uns, glaube ich, alle erfreut. Das Spiel kommt nämlich aus dem Hause von Wafuri, und wenn Wafuri Games macht, dann ist es meist immer etwas Gutes. Denn die Rede ist nämlich von, könnt ihr auch gleich sehen. So, ich muss es einmal kurz ein bisschen einrichten. Kathy Wayne. Sieht gerade ein bisschen komisch aus, aber das kriegen wir jetzt, glaube ich, so ein bisschen hin. Steuerung ist eigentlich ganz klar. Mit den Tasten. Also es ist ein Point-and-Click-Spiel. Und warte mal, was war das? Steuerung Enter? Alt Enter? Es gab doch immer mal eine Tastenkombination für Maximieren, ne? Natürlich blöd, wenn ihr das nur so sieht, ne? Ich starte mal ein neues Spiel. Ich hoffe, das bleibt nicht so. Doch, es bleibt so. Wir haben auch Sound.
Hey, you.
Hey.
So, und ich gehe mal ganz kurz hier in meinem Stream Deck rein. Beziehungsweise, ja. Wir schieben das mal ein bisschen mittig, damit ihr das ein bisschen besser seht. Und dann
Oh, man.
schauen wir mal, was das so bringt. 4:3 Spiel, was wollen wir erwarten? Und nicht Windowed, ne? Also im Fenstermodus.
Oh, God, this is so comfy. I'm just gonna lie here and suffocate on my own vomit now.
I had a thing I wanted to tell you.
Uh-huh. This room sure looks different when it's spinning.
So I was browsing through the used book ads in the paper when I...
Listen, Eileen, I'm totally excited about books right now, but...
Wait, hear me out. So I noticed this article about a war veteran from Conwell Springs who just died. I remembered that you used to live there and everything, and...
Oh, how I wish for joyful, blissful sleep.
And get this! His name was Joseph. Joseph Rain.
What did you just say?
You knew him, right? I knew it! I knew you'd know him.
Ja, was war er denn? Seitdem ich ein Kind war, das ist eine
I haven't
Ewigkeit.
seen him since I was a kid. A lifetime ago. Hey, wait a minute. I never told you where I grew up.
Oh, well, I might have sort of looked you up.
That's not cool, Eileen. Seriously.
I just couldn't help myself.
Well, one of these days you're gonna help yourself to a restraining order. I'm just telling you this as a friend.
I know. Well,
Okay.
anyway, you should know that the funeral is tomorrow.
Ah,
Okay.
eine Beerdigung. Okay.
Are you gonna go?
I don't know. Good night, Eileen.
Good night.
Good night, Kathy.
Noch ein Geräusch, Mensch. Also heute haben wir es aber auch wieder mit Geräuschen im Spiel, ne? Das ist ja ganz schlimm. So, 25. Dezember 1995, Tag Nummer 1.
Oh, God, make it stop.
Beep, 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 beep. Ich lese das nicht alles vor.
Looks like Eileen left a note for me here. Hi, Kat. Since it's such a long drive, I set the alarm so you won't miss the funeral. Thank me later. E.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
so getting a new roommate.
Okay.
Well, I guess I should get going. I'm late enough as it is.
Okay, auf jeden Fall haben wir hier viel. Wir schauen uns das mal hier so ein bisschen an.
That movie's not out yet. It's a promo poster Eileen got for being an extra. She tells everyone who walks in here the same joke. Spoiler alert, the boat sinks. I'm fairly sure it's about some guy who falls in love with his golden retriever.
Aw, someone
I
hier
think
noch.
that movie is about a girl and a boy who hate each other at first and then they fall in love for no reason at all. Oh, wait. That's every romantic comedy ever.
Okay. Ja, war ein
We meet
Pigment.
again, Mr. Bear. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you ended up so close to my lighter.
Okay. Kannst du den Schrank
Eileen's
mal-
closet, filled to the brink with inherited clothes and Christian joy.
christlicher Freude. Ah, da schauen
I
wir mal
can
gerne.
certainly see the appeal of blindly rummaging through Eileen's clothes, but seriously, I've got better things to do.
Ah, okay. Schauen wir uns doch mal im Spiegel an.
Makeup, check. Hair, check. Horrible mood and contempt for humanity, check.
Okay. Köfferchen.
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name, Eileen Mildred Summers.
Summers?
Mildred. Oh my god, I'm gonna get her for that. I wish I could wrap up that fact and save it for Christmas.
Okay. Ah.
Would be fun, but a bit too childish, even for me.
Ah, okay.
Eileen makes her bed with surgical precision.
Militärische Präzision. Okay, schau.
Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Set alarm clock for Kathy. Can't have her miss the funeral.
Ah, okay. Kreuz haben wir ja auch noch.
Looks handcrafted. Probably something she made in woodworking class. Well, either her or one of her 12 siblings.
Wir können es auch benutzen.
Honestly, she can believe in what she wants as long as she doesn't try to shove it down my throat.
Okay. Was haben wir denn noch Schönes hier?
Color printer. Super fancy, apparently. A fact which Eileen loves to remind me of.
Okay.
Eileen borrowed it from school. She takes a bunch of computer classes.
Okay.
I'm no geek, but I know how to use one. A computer, that is. Not a geek.
Haben wir einen
It's
Scanner?
some advanced scanner thingy. It can scan pictures, tapes, all sorts of stuff.
Okay. Telefon.
Our room phone. It's got an external line.
Das ist klar, ne? Ist logisch.
Might want to pick up the handle first.
Ach so, ja. Abnehmen.
Not that I don't love the sound of my own voice, but
Okay. Wir haben verstanden. Also das, was da angezeigt wird, sind alles die Nummern, die wir schon kennen. Schau mal ein bisschen weiter, was hier noch so ist. Wir müssen eigentlich los,
one of
aber
my favorite horror movies.
das ist mir nicht so
My electric guitar. Got it cheap from a lesbian I met at a concert. Good times.
von einer Lesbe abgekauft. Ach, cool.
Nah, it's no fun when there's no one around to annoy with it.
Okay. Kann ich sie denn wenigstens mitnehmen?
Helped me get rid of my last two roommates. Pulp Fiction. Love that flick.
Okay.
Just some random band poster.
Random Band Poster, okay.
Messy. Just the way I like it.
Ja, okay. Kannst du noch?
Nah, I just got up.
Okay. Das willst du nicht? Okay, ja, dann gehen wir raus. Bleibt uns nichts anderes übrig. Achso, wir müssen auswählen, wohin wir wollen. Wie zum Friedhof. Ich wollte schon sagen, jetzt kommt hier so eine Cutscene, ne? Nein, kommt sie nicht. Wir müssen erstmal auswählen. So. Damit sind wir auf dem Friedhof und
Well, here we are.
okay.
God, I really need a smoke.
No.
Does anyone object?
Ja, ich.
Guess not. Dead people rule.
Schade. Schade, dass es nicht auf mich hört, aber okay. Also, wir können hier zum Ausgang gehen, wir können aber auch weiter hier hingehen. Wir gehen mal ins Mausoleum.
It says price.
Weiß.
No reason to go in there.
Was haben wir da noch?
A family mausoleum. The family must have been fairly rich. Those things don't come cheap.
Okay.
I don't care about that. Doesn't strike me as significant.
We are gathered here today to honor a person of great integrity, a pillar of the community, and a decorated war hero. His name was Joseph Irving Rain. We all remember his warm heart, his compassion, and his eagerness to help others. His passing, while our loss, is surely heaven's gain. Now we entrust our brother Joseph to God's mercy. We commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ, who will transform our frail bodies so they may be conformed to his glorious body, who died, was buried, and rose again for us. To him be glory forever. Amen.
Oh, Kathy, you big baby. Just talk to her.
Okay, wir können auf jeden Fall jetzt hier mit ihr erstmal sprechen mit.
Mary Elizabeth Rain, my grandmother on my father's side.
Können mit ihr mal ein bisschen quatschen.
Excuse me? Mrs. Rain?
Have we met, Anna? You look strangely familiar.
It's me. It's Catherine.
Catherine who?
You don't recognize me? I guess it's been a while. I might be a bit taller than you remember me.
Kathy? Bless my soul. Look at you, all grown up. Oh, how I wish Joseph could see you now, finally coming home.
Let's hope he can. Wherever he is.
A comforting thought, dear. Lord, how long has it been? 10 years? 15?
15 sounds about right. I was 6 when Mom took me away.
Goodness, we have some catching up to do then. I want to know everything. Listen, I'm not quite ready to leave yet, but why don't you join me at the house in half an hour?
Sure, I'd love to. I passed it on my way here. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
I'll see you soon then. I'm so glad you found your way back home. I can't wait for us to have a chance to talk.
Same here. See you in a bit.
Okay. Also, wir haben einen neuen Schauplatz hinzugefügt bekommen. Und können uns das Grab auch noch so ein bisschen anschauen.
Rest in peace, Grandpa. I wish things could have been different.
Okay. Was haben wir noch?
The coffin is lowered, but the grave hasn't been filled up yet.
Okay. Joseph Ewan Wine von 17.03.1924 bis 18.09.1995. Okay.
I never thought I'd return to this place. Conwell Springs. Looks smaller than I remember it.
Okay. Sie möchte nicht sprechen. Also jetzt nicht. Deswegen würde ich sagen...
It's the priest who performed the service here.
Sprich mal mit dem Priester noch ein bisschen.
You don't want to get me started. Let's just say me and the humble servants of God have a history of not getting along.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
If you wish to find God, the Church of the Holy Trinity is always open to you.
Is that so?
Here, have a brochure. It's never too late to turn away from the path of sin.
Wir sind so überzeugt, dass ich auf dem Pfad der Sünde bin, Vater. Sie haben wohl noch nie von einem hoffnungslosen Fall gehört. Keine Sünden mehr, was soll ich denn dann in meiner Freizeit anstellen?
No sin. But what am I supposed to do for fun?
Behind those words is a deep wound, a desire to belong. If you let him, Christ can fill that void.
Ugh, please don't make Christ fill my void. I'm totally not up for that.
The crude facade of a lost soul. I'll pray for you. I wish you comfort in this time of grief.
Ja, war klar. War klar, dass das passiert. Und damit würde ich sagen, fahren wir nicht zum Friedhof, sondern zum Haus der Waynes und werden jetzt mit der Mutterchen sprechen.
Grandma, anybody home?
So, wir schauen uns mal hier ein bisschen um. Also wir haben hier
Nice black leather coat. Right up my alley. Nice black leather.
Okay.
A mere single pair of boots on display. Boy, do we live in different worlds.
Ja, okay. Ich habe hier ein rosa
Cute
Pferdchen.
red horse. It's some old Swedish thing, I think.
Schweden, okay.
This paint looks fresh. Grandma must have had this restored recently. An old wheelchair. Not too dusty. Probably used recently.
Okay.
Huh. Never seen this around. Grandpa must have used it towards the end.
Glaube ich auch.
A small table lamp.
Okay, ja, mal ein paar Fotos.
A wedding photo from when my grandparents married. They look younger than I am now. Things have sure changed.
Das ist eigentlich normal.
It's a photo of this very farm from way back. It says June 12, 1910 in the corner.
Oh.
Some kind of winter forest scene. I've always wondered if it's supposed to be Conwell Woods or not.
Telefon und das Telefonbuch.
These should come in handy when I need to make calls.
Wir können uns das natürlich mal verwenden. Und
It's a phone book, Conwell Springs County.
ja, das ist mir klar.
I should be able to use this for looking up phone numbers of people or places in town.
Genau.
I don't have anything to search for yet.
Ja. Wir können ja mal probieren, im Wohnheim anzurufen.
I don't have anything to talk about with E right now.
Okay. Hätte ja sein können. Mensch, sei doch mal nicht mal so grantig. Also, es ist ja so, die Wohnzimmertür. Gehen wir mal da durch. Gehen wir mal ins Wohnzimmer.
Oh, hello, dear. I was just wondering what took you so long.
Sorry, I couldn't resist taking that old wheelchair for a spin. Oh, don't give me that look. I put it back.
You haven't changed one bit. Always kidding around, just like when you were little. Come, have a seat. We have so much to talk about. So, now, tell me about your life in the city.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I'm going to school for journalism. It's my second year. I ride a motorcycle in case you missed it there out front.
Ah, that's right. Just like your father.
Yeah, I suppose.
I must ask, have you heard anything from your father? Anything at all?
No, nothing since he bailed way back then.
I expected as much. He disappeared without a trace. No matter, that's ancient history. How's Sharon then?
Ja, die Wahrheit erzählen und dass du sie in die Psychiatrie hast einfassen lassen oder das Thema vermeiden. Es gibt keinen Grund, jetzt darüber zu reden. Ja, das würde ich sagen.
Mom's good. Yeah. She's kind of between jobs right now, but things are okay.
I'm glad to hear it. I was worried about how you two would cope in the city, considering Sharon's problems.
Yeah, about that. I'm sorry I didn't visit sooner, Grandma. Mom, she told me all these horrible lies about you and Grandpa. When I was old enough to understand what she was doing, I felt like it was much too late.
It wasn't your fault, dear. You were a child. I'm just happy that you're here now.
Me too. So, what about you? How have you been doing all these years?
I've been lonely ever since the accident. There's no denying that.
What accident?
Goodness gracious. Of course you don't know. She took you away before it all happened.
Don't know what?
I will never forget that dreadful day. August 16th, 1981. It was the middle of the night when Sheriff Truman knocked on our door. He had Joseph with him. I couldn't even recognize Joseph at first. All dirty and wet with an awful blank stare on his face, like his soul had been ripped from his body. Since that day, he never spoke a word, forever confined to that blasted wheelchair.
Really? For all this time? I had no idea.
It came as a shock to all of us.
That's horrible, Grandma. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, dear.
Okay, es gab auf jeden Fall einen Vorfall in 1981.
Why do you think Grandpa suddenly left that night in 81?
I haven't the faintest idea. He acted very peculiar not long before it happened, disappearing for hours at a time. At first, I even suspected he was having an affair. When I asked him about it, he just said he was chasing old demons.
Ach, ich wollte eigentlich mal was hier ausprobieren, weil mir das irgendwie nicht so ganz gefällt. Aber das lassen wir dann doch lieber. Gehen wir doch wieder
Must
zurück
have had
ins Spiel.
something to do with the war.
Also mir gefallen eigentlich die schwarzen Balken gar nicht, aber okay. War es denn ein Kriegstrauma?
Maybe it was post-traumatic stress disorder? Grandpa always had a hard time showing weakness.
I don't know, dear. I'm just speculating. I didn't think too much of it at the time. Joseph was a man of few words. I'm sure he just didn't wish to burden me with it, whatever it was.
Was haben denn die Ärzte gesagt?
What did the doctors have to say about Grandpa's condition?
Persistent vegetative state. That's what they call it. I've heard it all by now. One doctor said it was a stroke. Another claimed it was a seizure. The third hack tried to sell it off as a severe infection. It's all a load of tripe. I had an MRI performed on Joseph. It's one of those state-of-the-art head scans.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yes, well, according to the scan, his brain was completely intact. They thought it was a technical problem at the time, some kind of glitch, but the result was the same after 3 different scans on 3 different machines. Eventually, they had to confess that they simply had no credible explanation for the state he was in.
And this injury just happened to occur on the very same night he mysteriously disappears?
Indeed. I refuse to believe it was a coincidence.
Okay, wie sieht es denn mit der Polizei aus?
What did Sheriff Truman have to say about the matter?
Not much. He said they simply found Joseph in that condition on the outskirts of town. The sheriff was convinced there was some kind of foul play involved, but the investigation turned up nothing. He later said that he was sorry, but that he was forced to close the case.
You know, I could try to find out more about this.
You're welcome to try, dear. Some kind of closure would mean the world to me.
Okay, I think I'll head over to the sheriff's station for a little chat then. Would be nice to witness police doing some actual police service for once.
Sure, you go ahead. Let me know if I can be of any more help.
Ja, also wir haben eine Notiz.
I don't want to show her that.
Okay, Elektroschockwaffe ist nicht schön.
What do you think about this church, Grandma?
They seem harmless to me, but they can be a bit pushy at times.
Huh, you could say that. Handing out pamphlets at funerals is in pretty bad taste.
Awfully strange behavior for a priest, I'll give you that.
Okay. Also wir haben nichts weiter, was wir mit ihr besprechen
See you later,
können.
Grams.
Take care, dear.
Und deswegen würde ich sagen, kann man uns hier
A
nochmal
robust piece of wooden furniture.
so ein bisschen
I
umgucken.
used to love digging through those drawers when I was a kid, looking for coins, buttons, and trinkets. Grandpa and me, we had this game where he would hide pennies around the house and I would go on a treasure hunt. Never in the attic, though. I thought it was too scary up there.
Okay. Wir haben so einige Fotos, da kann sie auch drüber sprechen, aber das wollen wir jetzt nicht alles hören. Wir gehen mal wieder raus. Haben wir denn oben was?
I shouldn't overstay my welcome.
Okay. Also, gehen wir da erstmal nicht hoch. Gehen wir erstmal wieder raus. Und gehen mal den Weg nach, den man uns jetzt natürlich hier vorschlägt, dass wir zu einer neuen Stelle fahren, nämlich zur Polizeiwache. Hallo. Also, wir schauen uns mal so ein bisschen hier um.
Land of the Free.
Ja, schön, ne?
A medieval fortress
Sheriff?
near an
What's
ocean,
the deal with that
probably
bomb?
supposed to be somewhere in Europe.
The one in the cell.
A medieval fortress near an ocean, probably supposed to be somewhere in Europe. A bunch of cops lining up for a photo. Various notices and a wanted poster. Fax machines, the pinnacle of modern technology.
Ja, das glaube ich auch.
Might be something useful in there. I think he'd object.
So.
Lots of police reports, organized alphabetically
okay,
by the
guess.
looks of it.
Maybe halfway through.
Alphabetisch.
I would, but I can't do that when he's right there. Maybe I can
Again?
distract him somehow.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Not sure where those doors lead. Might be worth checking out later.
If you say so, boss.
I should focus on just talking to the cops for now.
Okay.
Maybe in a bit.
Okay. Also sprechen wir erstmal mit ihm.
Some young cop. Looks a bit familiar.
Oh, kommt dir bekannt vor. Oh. Das hätte ja was, ne?
Hi.
Hello.
Hallo.
Do I have to commit a crime to get your attention? Because I seriously will.
Ma'am, I'm really quite busy at the moment. Hey, wait. I know you.
I'm pretty sure you don't.
Yes, I do.
Sieht
You're
ein bisschen-
Kathy. Kathy
Bisschen weiblich
Rain.
aus, ne?
My reputation precedes me, in a kind of but not totally creepy way.
Aw, come on. It's me, Lenny. Lenny Marks.
I'm drawing a blank.
Really? You don't remember us playing when we were little kids?
Not really. Sorry, buddy.
Darn. Well, that's a bummer. Anyway, what can I do for you today?
Also, ich möchte gerne mal über diesen Vorfall sprechen.
I wanted to ask if you know anything about my grandfather's accident.
I really don't know much beyond the rumors. The sheriff may have more information, but even he probably doesn't know anything that isn't in the report. It happened before either of us worked here.
Okay, I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff then.
Sure thing. His office is to your right.
Okay.
What's your opinion on this church?
I think it's a nice enough church. Why?
I don't know. The priest seemed odd. Kinda pushy.
Yeah, I get your point. But I know the guy. He's harmless.
If you say so.
Okay, was haben wir noch so? Elektroschocker würde ich nicht zeigen.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Das könnte nicht sehr gut enden. Aber wir sprechen mal hier mit dem Sheriff. Hello.
Hello, Sheriff. Do you have a moment?
Not really. Make it quick.
Oh, das wird aber schwierig.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in 81?
He had a stroke in the woods. That's what happened.
If that's all there is, why would Sheriff Truman open an investigation?
It was just standard procedure. A general occurrence report always has to be filed.
I see. Did you know him at all?
No, I haven't been in town for long. Man sure has one hell of a reputation, though. It's been over a decade since he was put in that wheelchair, and people still talk about the man he used to be. It's like he was a cult leader or something.
Sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
Could be, but you know what they say. Things too good to be true usually are.
Also, fragen wir doch mal nach dem Polizeibericht, ne?
Could I have a look at that report?
Absolutely not. They're official police documents.
Why not? I thought filed police reports are public record.
Not in this state, they ain't.
But I'm family. Doesn't that count for something?
You consider yourself family? I've never even seen you before in this town.
It's complicated.
Guess what's complicated? Not to mention illegal. Handing out evidence to anyone who asks for it.
Aw, come on, Sheriff. What's the big deal? It was a long time ago. It would make this girl very, very happy.
Are you trying to use flirtation on an officer of the law? Well, that shit may work on numbnuts like Lenny, but I got work to do.
Ach, Lenny. Oh mal, Lenny.
Lenny, a little help here? Don't you agree that he's taking by the book too far?
Well, boss, she is his granddaughter, really. I don't think it's any...
Don't you think I know that? There are rules. Am I the only one in here who cares about the law?
Too much coffee? Try not to pop a vein.
You want to see the inside of a cell?
Oh, cuff me, officer. Spare me the torment of your rhetorical questions and veiled threats.
Just follow the rules like everyone else. I've had enough of this nonsense.
Fine.
Okay.
Tons of miscellaneous files. I don't see anything labeled as police reports, so those must be elsewhere.
Okay, hatte denn noch irgendwas hier?
Laney, I need you to do something.
How can I help, boss?
It's my mother's birthday this weekend. You'll have to get her a gift.
Gift? Like what? I don't really know your mother.
For Christ's sakes, all moms are the same. Just use your imagination. I'm expecting something nicely wrapped on my desk by the end of the week.
Okay, boss.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Hey, I need to see the police report from '81 when my grandfather was found by the old sheriff.
I'd love to help, Kathy. The files are right here behind me. But you better check with the sheriff first.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Okay. Also, wir müssen erst mit ihm sprechen. Er kriegt das aber
Looks like
nicht.
talking isn't gonna help me get that report. I'll have to take matters into my own hands.
Genau.
I wonder what's behind those doors.
Gehen wir doch mal da durch, ne?
Hey, Sheriff. What's the deal with that bum?
What bum?
If I ever feel the urge to clean, I'll know where to go. Huh, very funny. A jail cell. Looks cramped. Looks like an incarcerated bum.
Okay, kann man mal mit ihm sprechen.
Hey,
What? I can't hear you.
Ah, okay. Machen wir den aus.
Thanks. That was getting annoying.
Können wir mit dir sprechen? Jetzt verstehst du mich
Hey.
hoffentlich.
Hi there.
Ah, okay.
so why'd they put you in that cell?
It's all just a big misunderstanding.
Is that so?
Yeah, I didn't mean to steal anything. I was just using my pockets to move the beer to the checkout.
That's the worst excuse I have ever heard.
For your information, I happen to have a deadly fear of shopping carts.
I take my last statement back. This excuse is even worse.
Hey, it wasn't your father who was killed by a shopping cart when you were 8.
I sure hope not.
To be fair, mine wasn't either. It was just Uncle Bob. But that doesn't mean it was any less traumatic, mind you. To this day, I still get nervous breakdowns at grocery stores.
I think I've heard enough, buddy.
You're right. We should stop before the flashbacks begin.
You need to keep the blonde cop out there busy for a while.
I do?
$10 says you do.
I'd say my services in this matter are worth at least $20.
9,
15.
8,
Fine, 10.
7.
Deal.
Good.
So, what am I doing again?
Distract that young cop in the lobby. I don't care how you do it, as long as you keep him occupied for a while.
Okay, then. Let me know when.
Will do.
Okay.
No wanted posters. I'm disappointed.
Okay, wir schauen uns hier mal kurz um.
Just a bunch of boxes filled with office supplies. An axe, a sledgehammer, and some other heavy tools.
Kann man davon was mitnehmen?
Too heavy to carry around and too noisy to use in here without getting caught.
Okay. Hätte ja sein können. Hätte ja sein können. Okay. Dann gehen wir wieder hier raus. Dann lenkt er ihn jetzt hier vorne ab.
Oh, sorry. I just heard someone yelling. I think that guy in the cell needs some help.
What now?
Okay, I have to make this quick. Okay, let's have a look.
16.08.81, an ein paar Kilometer von dem Conway Springs entfernt, wurde in der Nähe eine unbefestigte Straße eine Person aufgefunden, die mit weit aufgerissenen Augen blind herumirrte. Die Person wurde als Justus Wayne identifiziert. Er zeigte keinerlei Reaktion, weder als er angesprochen wurde, noch auf Berührungen. Mr. Wayne war vom Kopf bis Fuß dreckig und schien bis an die Knie nass zu sein. Mr. Wayne klammerte ein kleines Diktiergerät, in das eine Kassette eingelegt war. Er zeigte sich kooperativ und konnte zum Streifenwagen geführt werden. Anschließend wurde er in die Stadt gebracht. Mr. Wayne wurde abgeholt und gemeinsam mit Mr. Wayne in die Notaufnahme des Gemeinschaftskrankenhauses gebracht. Nächsten Tag um 8. Bei der Routineuntersuchung des Streifenwagens wurde ein Diktiergerät gefunden, das auf dem Rücksitz liegen gelassen wurde. Dieses wurde als Beweismittel in Schließfach Nummer 5 archiviert.
I'm gonna have to get my hands on that recorder.
Genau.
Okay, let's find the key to locker number 5. Got it.
Wie einfach. Ich spreche nochmal mit ihm. Kannst du mir sagen, wo die Schließfächer sind?
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Geht das?
I don't want to show him that.
Okay.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Dann würde ich sagen, gehen wir mal durch diese Doppeltür und müsste bestimmt da auch irgendwo liegen, denke ich mir mal.
How's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
Okay. Das haben sie gut gemacht.
Hey,
Hi there.
okay, gotta go.
See ya.
Just a bunch of boxes filled with office supplies. Just a bunch.
Okay. Ah, hier. Öffnet ihr mal?
Alright, got it.
Okay, wir können uns das jetzt sicherlich anhören.
Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I've been working on my research in the attic at night. I just don't want her to worry. She has enough to think about with everything that's been going on lately. With Sharon and Kathy. Anyway, I'm getting closer to finding the source. I have a theory, but I need help. I'm gonna have to involve somebody else.
Okay. Dann wird der Dachboden jetzt dann doch so ein bisschen interessant. Und deswegen würde ich einfach mal sagen, müssen wir doch sicherlich wieder zurück dahin und zur Großmutter gehen, damit wir da...
Hey, Kathy, wait.
Ja,
What?
Do you eat foot? I mean, food?
Absolutely not. I feed on human misery. Relax, Lenny. Yes, I do eat food.
Oh, well, great. Can I buy you food sometime? And also buy food for me? And then maybe we could eat the food together?
Da würde ich mir lieber tatsächlich über das eigene Bein... oh Gott, nein. Was?
I'm really busy right now. Maybe later.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
See ya.
Deswegen gehen wir jetzt oder fahren wir jetzt wieder zurück zu unserem Haus der Waynes und müssen, glaube ich, mit ihr erstmal sprechen, weil wir haben ja gerade erfahren, dass wir da nicht hochkommen können auf den Dachboden. Deswegen...
Oh, hello, dear.
Hallo. Sprechen wir sie nochmal an mit dem Thema, was denn da so auf dem Dachboden
Mind
so
if we
ist.
talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Der Dachboden.
Would you mind if I took a look in the attic?
I suppose it would do no harm. Come with me.
Thanks, Grandma.
You're welcome, dear. Be careful now.
Na. Ich glaube, das sollte nicht das Problem sein. Machen erstmal Licht an.
Nothing.
Ja.
The bulb must be burned out. The bulb looks burned out. I'll have to replace it.
Okay. Wahrscheinlich kriegen wir das jetzt nicht hin, weil, ja. Kann man da irgendwas machen? Nee. Okay. Ach, wie blöd.
A small table lamp.
Kann die doch benutzen. Was kann man denn damit machen? Ach ja, stimmt.
Free light bulb. Score.
Eine Lampe. Ich habe eine Lampe gefunden. Beziehungsweise Leuchtmittel, ne? So. Und wir können jetzt diese
The bulb
Glühbirne
looks burned.
austauschen.
There we go.
Ah, Licht. Nice. Also,
Mr. Bear. Oh, how did you get all the way up there?
okay.
Good idea. You just keep watch. I'll do the searching. Various books and office supplies. Nothing in particular catches the eye.
Okay. Schauen wir uns hier mal ein bisschen weiter um. In den Schubladen.
Might be something useful in there.
Ja, sollten wir vielleicht mal öffnen, ne?
Empty.
Was haben wir hier?
Nothing.
Okay, wahrscheinlich ist das... Das zählt
A
wahrscheinlich als
thick
ein
book about math.
Mathematikbuch. Stimmt aber mal mit.
An old typewriter covered in cobwebs. It looks like someone was doing geometry. I can't make much sense of it. Just some old bills. Nothing interesting.
Okay.
A worn office chair on wheels. I'm feeling a sudden urge to do a race.
Ah, wie viele haben das nicht schon gemacht? Wie viele haben das nicht schon gemacht? Ah. Aktenkoffer. Ja. Okay, wir schauen uns mal das Mathematikbuch an. Vielleicht hilft uns das jetzt so ein bisschen weiter, vielleicht. Und jetzt kann man nur kombinieren. Aber ihr könnt es auch lesen. So. Die unendlichen Zahlen. Pi. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 21. Primärzahlen, ja. Okay. Was möchte uns man damit sagen? Ich weiß es nicht. Moment, wir haben hier einen Koffer. Was hat er denn nochmal in seiner Aufnahme gesagt?
Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I've been working on my research in the attic at night. I just don't want her to worry. She has enough to think about with everything that's been going on lately. With Sharon and Kathy. Anyway, I'm getting closer to finding the source. I have a theory, but I need help. I'm gonna have to involve somebody else.
Okay, also er sagte ja was mit 3 rote Rosen, ein blaues Veilchen und 2 gelbe Tulpen. Komischerweise sind hier im Mathematikbuch auch diese Farben. Also, 3 rote Rosen. Das könnte ja 2, 3, 5 heißen. Dann haben wir ja ein blaues Pfeilchen. Das wäre dann die 1. Und 2 gelbe Tulpen macht 3, 1. Könnte vielleicht die Lösung sein, ne? Also 2, 3, 5, 1, 3, 1. Wir können ja mal gucken, ob das funktioniert. Ich bin gespannt. Also 2, 3, 5, 1.
Yes!
Yes! Ein Umschlag. Und das war's auch schon. Was ist denn in diesem Umschlag drin?
Let's see what's in here. There were 2 pictures, a newspaper clipping, a key, and a tape inside.
Okay, schauen wir uns erstmal das unterbelichtete Bild an.
There's probably some way to enhance this back at school. I'll figure it out tomorrow when I'm back.
Okay.
Grandpa in uniform with 2 other men. Something is handwritten on the back. Flight training, McConnell Air Force Base, 1941.
Okay.
Tragic drowning in Conwell Springs. In early morning on Sunday the 14th, a teenage girl found dead near Conwell Lake. The girl is survived by her mother, father, and younger brother. The funeral service will be held at Conwell Cemetery on the 21st of July. The notice is dated July 15th, 1975. Tragic story. I wonder why Grandpa saved this.
Okay, wir haben hier auch einen kleinen
It's a
Schlüssel.
small key, fairly modern design. No identifying tag, unfortunately.
Wäre ja zu schön gewesen. Wir haben hier aber noch eine Kassette gefunden.
Standard microtape labeled answering machine. It should play fine in Mr. Dicto.
Also, wir können sie erstmal hier, gehen wir mal zurück, die Kassette entnehmen und dann nehmen wir unsere andere Kassette, legen wir hier rein und spielen das mal ab.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep.
Beep.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky. It happened to me too. And I'm not going to tell any of those bastards. They got it all wrong. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
I wonder who this Cocky is.
Ja, das ist auch so eine gute Frage. Deswegen gehen wir mal wieder runter. Wir haben ja eine gute Frau, die weiß das sicherlich, wer, was oder was das vielleicht damit auf sich haben könnte, denn sie ist ja schon ein bisschen älter und deswegen kann sie vielleicht dieses auch schon wissen.
Oh, hello, dear.
Und deswegen quatschen wir mit ihr nochmal so ein bisschen. Ich nehme in der Zwischenzeit
Mind if we talk for a bit,
ein
Grandma?
bisschen was
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Pfefferminziges, was schon wirklich sehr, 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 sehr lange hier bei mir liegt. Also falls ihr irgendwie schon mal andere Let's Play-Folgen gehört habt, ja, die sind immer noch da.
Grams, can you tell me anything about this picture?
It looks awfully bright. Perhaps something was wrong with the camera.
Yeah, maybe. I should try to figure something out tomorrow at the university.
Oh, okay.
Look at this photo I found in the locked briefcase.
Goodness, I haven't seen that picture in years.
What about the other 2?
I don't remember the name of the smiling man in the back. The gentleman on the right was Joseph's best friend, Charles Wade.
Do you know anything about this story, Grandma?
Not much, dear. It was the saddest thing. The girl was only 16 years old. We never really knew the family. They preferred to keep to themselves.
Do you remember their names?
Let me think. I'm awfully sorry, dear. I just can't recall.
That's quite all right, Grandma. I was just wondering why Grandpa would have wanted to save this.
Joseph was always deeply affected by the tragedy of others. Perhaps he wanted to do something for the family to ease their pain. In any case, he didn't speak to me about it.
Okay.
Der Schlüssel.
Do you recognize this key, Grandma? I found it in the attic.
I'm afraid not, dear.
Hätte sein können.
Can you tell me anything about McConnell Air Force Base?
It's not very far from Conwell Springs. Joseph was stationed there for some time during the war. I believe they're still training young pilots there today.
So, when did Grandpa enlist in the Air Force?
Oh, it was barely past the honeymoon when Joseph left to fight in that terrible war, together with his best friend Charles and my brother Andrew. Those were nerve-wracking years. I was so worried I thought I would burst. Every short visit from Joseph was a joy, but he kept going back to the front, to my great dismay. When I told Joseph about being pregnant with your father, he finally realized that enough was enough. He had done his duty. Shortly thereafter, he returned to a quiet farmer's life in this very house, helping your great-grandfather with the crops until he passed.
Okay.
Does the nickname Cocky mean anything to you?
Sounds vaguely familiar. It reminds me of the aviator call signs Joseph and his friends gave one another. Joseph was vigilante. I can't count the number of times he got into trouble for breaking the rules. To this day, I have no idea how he always managed to land on his feet.
Must be hereditary, given the things I've gotten away with. Every time I wake up, I am genuinely surprised that I'm not in jail.
I'm sure it's not that bad, dear.
But to get back to the subject, you don't have any idea of who this Cocky is?
I'm afraid not, but the Air Force might be a good place to start.
Okay.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Charles Wade?
Well, I do know he has made quite a name for himself since he and Joseph went to war together. Apparently, he came up with some brilliant piece of engineering for the airplanes. They use it everywhere now.
Any idea how to get in touch with him?
I'm afraid not, dear. I haven't seen him for years. He and Joseph grew apart before you were born.
Any particular reason for that?
Oh, not that I know of.
Okay.
See you later, Grams.
Take care, dear.
Heißt also so ein bisschen, wir haben jetzt eine Spur, nämlich die Airbase. Wir haben aber auch so keine weiteren großen Spuren, die wir vielleicht jetzt irgendwie mal so abhandeln können. Aber wir können uns mal überlegen, was wir jetzt am besten machen. Wir haben auf jeden Fall mit ihr gesprochen. Wir wissen jetzt alles, was sie hat. Und wir könnten natürlich, blöd, dass wir jetzt gerade schon gegangen sind, wir haben doch Namen. Und wir haben hier ja auch ein Telefonbuch. Und wir können ja natürlich mit dem Telefonbuch mal nach was suchen. Das wird ja schon mal Sinn machen. Nämlich suchen wir im Telefonbuch nach etwas. Nämlich die McConnell Base. Dafür haben wir jetzt die Telefonnummer. Dann über Cocky.
Nah, nothing like that in here.
Wäre ja zu schön gewesen. Und Charles Wade.
No Charles Wade in here. Was worth a shot, but being rich and famous and all, I guess he's got a hidden number. No hit for Wade Industries either, but it was kind of a long shot for them to have an office in this small county anyway. I should try to get a hold of him some other way.
Okay. Dann würde ich sagen, rufen wir doch mal an in der Base.
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi, I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
Über Cocky. Nee, erstmal über die Basis. Das ist, glaube ich, das Einfachste.
What can you tell me about McConnell Air Force Base?
This is one of the oldest Air Force bases in the U.S., established during World War I. The main purpose of it is to train fighter pilots. The McConnell Flight School is well renowned all around the country. In the late 80s, the school started accepting a limited number of civilian applicants due to the high demand. Some of the most famous dogfighters in U.S. history, such as Ethan Fireball Jenkins, Joseph Vigilante Rain, and Brett Savior Myers, trained at this very base. Charles Wade, the great industrialist, did too. Some claim that many of his revolutionary ideas came from the former chief mechanic here, the late Niles Bloom.
Interesting. Thanks for the history lesson.
Okay, sprechen wir doch mal jetzt über den Vorfall.
Do you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain in 81?
I know that he was no longer stationed here at the base at that time. He'd left the Air Force decades earlier. But as a Conwell Springs citizen, sure, I've heard the rumors just like everybody else. How he was found by the sheriff all messed up, walking out of the woods with some kind of unexplained brain damage.
Any theory as to what he was doing out there?
I'm afraid not, ma'am. But I'm positive that it had nothing to do with this base or our operations here.
Okay, what can you tell me about his service at McConnell?
Well, Joseph Rain is a legend around here. His pile of medals weighs more than my car. I was fortunate enough to meet him before he suffered his injury, and I must say, what an inspiring man. I'm positive that he would have made general if he'd stuck around.
Any idea of why he quit? He looks so happy in the pictures from the war.
Oh, your family, ma'am?
Granddaughter.
Well, then I'm sorry for your loss. I heard about his recent passing.
Appreciate it, buddy. So, about him quitting.
I shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but some say the war broke him. PTSD. Me? I don't think so. When I met him, he had this aura about him, like he wasn't afraid of anything. Maybe it was just guilt. He ended a lot of lives, but that's just me speculating.
Gotcha. Thanks for the thoughts.
Okay, sprechen wir mal über ein entrücktes Mädchen.
I don't see a reason to ask him about that.
Oh, schade. Das Rufzeichen.
Do you recognize the aviator call sign, Cocky?
Afraid not, ma'am. I know all the call signs here, and I'm positive it's not one of them.
This isn't current, though. It might have been used as early as World War II.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't keep any official records of call signs. The only option I can think of is to get a hold of somebody who was around back then.
Any suggestions?
The only person I can think of who is still alive would be Charles Wade.
All right, thanks.
My pleasure, ma'am. Anything else I can help you with?
Ja, über Charles Wade.
I'm trying to get a hold of Charles Wade. Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details to anyone.
Yeah.
Is there any way you could make an exception? I really need to talk to Mr. Wade.
No can do. I can't really help you out unless you have some sort of official business.
I do have official business. I'm Deputy Reagan. I'm calling from Conwell Springs Sheriff's Department.
Nice try. Do you know what caller ID is? You can clearly see that you're not calling from the station. Goodbye.
Damn, I can't pull that off if I call from here.
Okay. Okay, bedeutet... Das ist gut, das ist richtig gut. Caller ID. Er spricht auf jeden Fall nicht mit uns. Das heißt, wir machen uns auf den Weg zur Polizeiwache. Gehen nochmal durch diese Tür.
How can I help, boss?
It's my mother's birthday this weekend.
Und sprechen nochmal mit ihm, dass er ihn bitte ablenken soll.
Hey.
Hi there.
Could you distract Lenny again?
Sure, I needed to puke again anyway.
Good to know.
Okay. Okay.
Guess what? He's having some kind of fit in there.
Not again.
Here we go again.
Schön das Telefon verwenden.
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
I'm trying to get a hold of Charles Wade. Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details to anyone.
Is there any way you could make an exception? I really need to talk to Mr. Wade.
No can do. I can't really help you out unless you have some sort of official business.
I do have official business. I'm Deputy Reagan. I'm calling from Conwell Springs Sheriff's Department.
I can see that you're actually calling from the station. You say you're a cop? You don't sound like a cop.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? It's just because I'm a woman, right? Women don't belong in law enforcement? Is that what you're saying? That's so sexist.
Now that's hardly what...
Do you have any idea what I have to go through every day? Nobody takes me seriously. The dirty looks, the sexual innuendos,
Relax, okay? I'll check the files. It's 555-7641.
Thanks, buddy.
555-76. Dann rufen wir doch da mal ganz schnell an, ne?
Wade residence?
Hi, this is Kathy Rain. I'm calling for Charles Wade.
He doesn't live here anymore. What's this about? What do you want with my father?
I'd just like to have a quick word with Mr. Wade. It's about my grandfather, Joseph Rain.
You're 20 years late, girl. My father has neither time nor energy to deal with you people.
But
this conversation is over. Unless my father explicitly says he wants to talk to you, it's not going to happen.
What a stuck-up, overclass witch. Well, she hasn't heard the last from me. I'm going to talk to that old man one way or another.
Okay. Dann gehen wir doch mal wieder. Wird, glaube ich, auch Zeit. Es ging ja noch um ein betrunkenes Mädchen. Ertrunkenes, nicht betrunken. Und ich denke mal, müsste eigentlich hier irgendwo vielleicht ein Grabstein von der sein.
Alright, this is the right date. Looks like her name was Lily Myers. I should try to get a hold of her family.
Genau. Lily Myers.
I wonder what that kid is doing here all alone.
Yeah. Ah, jetzt kommt sie zurück. Ich würde gerne mal mit ihm sprechen.
Hey, kid.
Hi yourself.
What are you doing?
None of your business.
Huh. I like you, kid. You're not here alone, right? Where's your mom?
Oh, she's around.
I don't see her.
You must be blind or something.
I'll go look for your mom, okay? Don't go anywhere.
Whatever.
No reason to go in there.
Okay.
I shouldn't leave while that kid is alone.
Okay, Aber ich sehe sie wirklich nicht.
Kid? Guess he found his mom.
War doch irgendwie klar, oder? Okay. Also, wir haben uns gerade schnell gekauft. Wir haben den Friedhof verlassen. Und würden jetzt einfach nochmal wieder zu unserer Model fahren. Und werden erstmal ganz fix hier im Telefonbuch nachschlagen. Nämlich nach Lily Myers. Die haben wir ja gerade nachgeschlagen.
She's been dead for 2 decades. I could try to find someone in her family, but I'll need a full name.
Okay. Versuch was wert. Dann können wir ja mit ihr nochmal drüber sprechen. Vielleicht weiß sie ja was. Bin gespannt. Sie wurde heute schon richtig gut genervt. Also so oft wie ich reinkomme. Also das ist wirklich oft.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Und das ist immer noch der Tag nach der Beerdigung, ne?
I found out that the drowned girl's name was Lily Myers. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Oh, how could I forget? Sue, Jack, and their children, Lily and Nathan.
Do they still live around here?
Mother and son do. I see them in town from time to time. They live somewhere near the lake.
But not the father. Jack, was it?
No. He disappeared not long after Lily took her own life.
Whoa, she killed herself. That's news to me.
Oh, that girl had been troubled for years. Truman made an official statement later. It was no accident.
I see. Do you know how I can reach the family?
Not really, dear. Like I said, they tend to keep to themselves.
Okay.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Okay.
See you later, Grams.
Take care, dear.
Dann schauen wir doch noch mal nach im Telefonbuch. Jetzt haben wir ja allgemeine Myers. Wir haben jetzt auch ein paar Vornamen. Vielleicht steht das ja drin. Ich bin mal sehr...
Alright, found an address.
Damit haben wir einen neuen Schauplatz zugefügt. Und ich würde sagen, wir fahren auch direkt zu diesem Schauplatz, denn da wird es sicherlich 100%ig weitergehen. Und deswegen fahren wir jetzt zu dem Punkt, der hier neu kommt, nämlich Hütte am See. Also, wir schauen uns mal hier so ein bisschen um, was wir hier so haben. Wie immer in einem Point-and-Click. Ein Thermometer.
It doesn't belong to me. I don't want to take it without a good reason.
Ah, schade. Aber kannst du dir mal anschauen.
55 degrees. Not too chilly, thankfully.
Okay.
It's totally overflowing with cigarette butts.
Eigentlich das nicht
Somebody around here is a chain smoker. We have something in common. Good to know. Conwell Lake, where Lily Myers met her demise.
Können wir da hingehen?
Oh, gee, I would, but I forgot my swimsuit at home.
Okay.
Yes? Can I help you?
I hope so. My name's Rain. Kathy Rain.
Joseph's girl. The one they sent away.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you want?
I had some questions about your daughter, Lily.
Well, you know what? I don't have any answers, girl. Lily was precious, special. Lily died. That's all there is to it.
My grandfather came to see you, right? To ask about her?
Maybe he did. I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not asking for much, Mrs. Myers.
Then clearly you have no idea what it's like losing a child. Goodbye. Just go away.
Somebody around here is a chain smoker. We have something in common. Good to know.
Ach, ja stimmt. Moment.
I don't see how those things work together.
Aber ich möchte doch hier,
Stop it!
Care to join me for a smoke, Mrs. Myers?
Well, I'm gonna have to think about it. What brand?
Corley Cinders. Extra long.
You got taste. I'll give you that. Well, I suppose one smoke can't hurt.
And that's when he realized it was his own bong.
Oh my. Oh, now that was a good one. You know what, Kathy? You're okay. Sorry for being such a cranky old bag before. I get a short fuse when I run out of smokes.
Now, that's an understatement. Good thing I had my morning smoke, otherwise we would have had a fist fight on our hands.
Oh, it's getting chilly. Why don't we head inside?
Sure, let's go.
Now, this here's my boy Nathan. He's special. Nate, be polite and say hello to Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi there, big guy.
okay.
So, you wanted to ask me about Lily?
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened when my grandfather came to see you?
Well, he knocked on my door a few years after Lily had passed away. I didn't know Joseph too well myself, but I'd heard of him and the good he'd done for the other people around here. So I let him in. He started asking a bunch of questions about Lily, like if I was absolutely sure that it was suicide.
And what did you say?
The truth. That she was depressed and had been for a long time. I had no doubts about what happened.
All right. Anything else?
Well, he was weirdly curious about her paintings.
Lily painted?
Yep, that's one of hers right there on the wall.
I see, it's beautiful. So, in what way was he curious?
He asked if Lily had painted anything odd or strange. I didn't really get what he was after, but I let him have a look at her work. He spent some time browsing through them, and then he wrote something down on a piece of paper, thanked me, and left.
Huh. Any idea of what he could have seen?
Not really. I had the paintings all lined up. Could have been any of them.
Would you mind showing them to me?
Well, I would if I could, but this is the only one I have left. I sold the rest many years ago to this weirdo art collector.
Es gibt auch einen Kunstsammler. Also sprechen wir erstmal über einen Vorfall.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather? How he ended up in a wheelchair?
Stroke, wasn't it? At least that's what I heard.
Not necessarily. There are some divided opinions about it.
Now that I think about it, that whole ordeal happened to him not long after he came here.
How long?
A week, maybe, at the most.
Okay.
I don't need to ask her about that.
Okay. Lily Myers.
Mind telling me what Lily was like, Sue?
I'd be happy to. She was Nathan's older sister by 2 years. Lily was like any girl growing up, normal, happy, talking about school, boys, and whatnot. And she and Nathan were close back then, always playing together in the woods. When Lily was 10, she started drawing, always doodling on just about anything she could get her hands on. We didn't have much, really, and so she used what she could. Once I even caught her scribbling on toilet paper. On her 12th birthday, we gave Lily a thick sketchbook with an assortment of pencils. She was ecstatic. That was the happiest I'd ever seen her. From that day, drawing became her life. Eventually, her art teacher at school helped her to get started with oil painting. When Lily was 15, something changed. At first, I thought it was just usual teen angst, but
Okay, jetzt passiert hier gerade was sehr besonders ist. Was ich noch nie gehabt habe. Hallo? Hallo? Also ich glaube, das war das allererste Mal, dass wir ein technisches Problem gehabt haben. Und damit willkommen zurück bei den Twitch Primaries, denn man mag es kaum glauben, aber unser Rechner hat sich verabschiedet. Ja, kann natürlich mal passieren, sollte aber nicht passieren und deswegen gehen wir jetzt mal wieder rein in Cathy Wayne. Und ich hoffe, wir sehen es gleich da. Und ich hoffe, es hat gespeichert. Und nicht zu einem Punkt, wo wir schon lange weit weg sind. Wohl schon. Wir müssen erstmal zur Hütte.
Somebody around here is a chain smoker. We have something in common. Good to know.
Also wir machen das jetzt mal schnell dahin, dass wir da wieder hinkommen.
yes? Can I help you?
I hope so.
Juice.
Yeah, my grandma. I'm not.
Stop it!
Care to join me for a smoke, Mrs. Myers?
Well, I'm gonna have to think about it. What brand?
Corley,
You got? Well, I suppose one smoke can't hurt.
and that's when. Sure, let's.
Nate, be polite and say
Hi.
So you wanted to ask me about Lily?
Yeah.
Well, I yeah, he's well.
Do you know anything? Not how.
Also wir haben das ja schon alles gehört.
I don't need to ask.
Lily
Mind
Myers.
telling me what Lily was like, Sue?
I'd be
Da hat
happy
sich
to.
aufgehängt
She
irgendwo.
was Nathan's older sister by 2 years. Lily was like any girl growing up, normal, happy, talking about school, boys, and whatnot. And she and Nathan were close back then, always playing together in the woods. When Lily was 10, she started drawing, always doodling on just about anything she could get her hands on. We didn't have much, really, and so she used what she could. Once I even caught her scribbling on toilet paper. On her 12th birthday, we gave Lily a thick sketchbook with an assortment of pencils. She was ecstatic. That was the happiest I'd ever seen her. From that day, drawing became her life. Eventually, her art teacher at school helped her to get started with oil painting. When Lily was 15, something changed. At first, I thought it was just usual teen angst, but no, this was something different. She started going out, disappearing for long periods of time. She locked herself in when painting. She never used to do that. I tried everything. Counseling, support groups, antidepressants, nothing worked. About a year later, she just gave up, and well, you know the rest.
I'm sorry, Sue. That must have been unimaginable.
Thanks, darling, but it's been a while now. I've learned to live with it.
So, dann sprechen wir doch mal über Cocky.
I don't need to ask her about that.
Dann nicht. Über Charles?
Does the name Charles Wade mean anything to you?
Oh, he's some big-time businessman, ain't he?
Yeah, he owns a large company.
That about sums up what I know about the fella.
What do you do to support the two of you?
A little bit of this and that. Got me some cash saved up, too. Nathan helps out when he can.
What happened to your husband, if You don't mind me asking?
You could say he didn't quite cope as well as I did with what happened to Lily. He got himself a death wish after what happened to her, started drinking and getting into all sorts of trouble. 5 years left for him in the joint now. Been there for 15.
Man, that must be rough for you.
Oh, we're doing just fine without him, aren't we, Nate?
Mama takes good care of us.
Mama sure does.
So, tell me about Lily's art.
It used to be about cheerful things, landscapes, animals, bright colors. But as she drifted further into depression, she started painting horrible things, death and decay. And the last few pieces look like something out of a nightmare.
That's awful. Did Lily ever get any recognition for her art?
Not really. Except from the guy I told you about who bought most of her paintings.
Tell me about this art collector person.
Rich, fancy looking, in his 50s or thereabouts. I'd say he'd be around 70 now if he's still alive. He knocked on that door one day with a wad of cash in his hand. $5,000. He wanted everything that Lily so much as touched with a brush.
Huh. Did he say why?
Nope, but I got the feeling that most of that dough was paid so he could avoid any questions. I took the money. I still had Nathan to support.
Did the stranger give you his name?
No. Well, his face was far from forgettable, though. Big nose, bright blue eyes, looked black Irish. He had a thick black mane, turning gray, no beard.
All right, Sue. Thanks.
Okay, das sehen wir schon mal wirklich gut. Dann sprechen wir doch mal über die Kirchenbroschüre
What do you
einfach mal.
think about this church?
It's a good church. I go there from time to time. I bring Nate, too, when that boy needs the fear of God put into him.
No reason to show her that.
Okay, haben wir denn noch so Schönes?
No reason to show her that. Hey, Sue, do you recognize any of these men?
Well, there's Joseph Rain. Always so handsome. I had such a crush on him back in the day. And... no way. That's him. The man who bought the paintings. He's much younger here, but there's no mistaking that hair and nose.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, little cat. That's the guy who walked into this cabin with $5,000 in cash.
That's very helpful, Sue. Thanks. Ugh. Another question for the elusive Mr. Wade.
Okay, also ist das Mr. Wade.
I'd rather just ask her about her daughter directly.
Okay.
Do you know what this key opens?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question, ain't it? But no.
Schade, hätte ja sein können.
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
Okay, vielen Dank.
It's getting late. I should head back to the city.
Okay, spät. Also, gehen wir zurück in unsere Stadt, in unser Zimmer. Und unsere Mitbewohnerin ist wieder da.
Hey, you're still up.
I was wondering when you'd show up. How did it go?
Long story. I found out about some stuff that happened when I was a kid.
Wow, what a mystery. So what's the plan now?
Ja, der Plan, das ist eine ganz gute Sache. Ich weiß es noch nicht, aber da werde ich mir auf jeden Fall was
I don't know yet, but I'll figure something out.
What about this Charles Wade? You still haven't talked to him? And that strange bright picture you showed me? Those tapes? Listen, I know this guy.
Eileen, relax. We can talk about it tomorrow, okay? Oh, it's way too late now.
No, I couldn't possibly sleep now. I'm way too excited.
Well, that makes one of us. Nighty.
Good night, Cat.
Okay. Dann kommen wir mal in einen neuen
Kathy,
Tag.
Wake up!
You are so lucky there are no sharp objects near this bed.
Guess what? I got an idea.
Please tell me it involves you taking a sabbatical.
Haha, so you found all this evidence, right? Pictures, tapes, and stuff?
I guess. Why?
Well, as you know, I have a computer. And I know this hacker guy, Dave, and... Oh, never mind. I'll just write you a note. You go back to sleep.
Seriously, Eileen, sometimes I just marvel at how your brain works.
I know, right?
Okay. Also, neuer Tag. Wir stehen dann irgendwann mal auf.
Are you sure you want to do this, Catherine? You still have time if you think there's any chance you would change your mind.
I'm sure, Doctor. Just get it out of me. But please, don't tell my mom.
I'm sorry, but we have to do that. It's the law.
Niemand muss was davon erfahren. Tun Sie doch einfach so. Hätten Sie es
Nobody has to know. Just pretend it slipped your mind. I have enough shit going on with her already. This would just add fuel to the fire.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Fine. Let's just get this over with then.
Right this way.
Keine Ahnung, was da gemacht wird.
That dream.
Oder was da passiert. Aber wir sind wieder wach. Und wenn wir wieder wach sind, heißt das, es gibt neue Sachen. Unter anderem sehe ich da.
I guess Eileen went to class. I probably should too.
Ich weiß ja nicht. Auf jeden Fall. Ne, genau. Der postet.
I'm no geek, but I know how to use one. A computer, that is. Not a geek.
Ja, das ist mir klar, aber hier ist eine Notiz, die möchte ich mir gerne anschauen.
Hi, Kat. Feel free to use my computer while I'm away. My password is AngelLove, without the quotes. If you call my friend Dave at 555-2492, he can set you up with some software. I'll be back in a few hours, super psyched about the investigation. E. P.S. No gum on the keyboard, please. Remember the last time? Oh, it's like she actually uses the space bar. Shit, looks like she forgot to write down the username. Oh well, shouldn't be too hard to guess. I think it's just some combination of her first and last name.
Also, Hacker Dave haben wir auch. Und damit würde ich erstmal den Computer verwenden. Ach, das muss ich selber eingeben. Ach du meine Güte. Okay, dann gehe ich doch mal wieder raus. Und rufe dann doch erstmal den Hacker Dave an. Das glaube ich besser.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Kathy. Eileen said to call you about some software.
Ellie who?
Eileen. Red hair, glasses, speaks so fast her gums ache.
Oh, right. I thought her name was Errol. Figured it was kind of a weird name for a girl.
You must have a hearing disorder.
You must have a thinking disorder. Burn.
Wow, just wow. So, the software?
Oh, yeah. No, can't. Not really.
I knew she was full of shit.
Nah, I mean, sure, I used to be able to get pirated software, but not anymore. There was this misunderstanding and my network privileges were revoked. Me and Clyde, the campus IT guy, don't really see eye to eye. We used to play bocce together, and let's just say he is one sore loser.
Can't you just hack your way back in somehow? Isn't that what you do?
He blocked the Ethernet port in my room. I don't even have physical access.
Don't you ever leave your room? Use a computer in the library or something. Aren't they connected to the network?
No, there are cameras in there. Clyde is just waiting for me to make a move so he can get me expelled.
Wieso versöhnst du dich dann nicht einfach mit ihm?
Can't you just patch things up with the guy?
No way. He's such an ass. He even thinks TNG is better than the original series.
He thinks the what is better than the what?
I know, right? Can you believe that guy?
You call yourself a hacker? Just use your brain, for Christ's sake. Let's figure this out.
Wow, you're so sassy, Nancy Drew. Well, okay, only an admin account can change the access port. The only way to even theoretically crack one would be if Clyde logged onto a machine to which we have unrestricted physical access. And... Ooh, I got an idea.
I'm not gonna like this.
Well, what you could do is intentionally crash your PC.
That sounds especially stupid.
Well, not crash it, just crash it a little, then call Clyde. Clyde will come over to fix it. If you're lucky, then he'll log onto the network using his admin account. Afterwards, you can use some of my tools to find and crack the password locally.
Worth a shot, I guess. Okay, you can come over and set it up.
No way. I have severe IBS, it just wouldn't work.
IBS? What the hell is that?
Seriously, don't want to know. I'll have my buddy drop off everything you need. It's not rocket science. You do what I ask, and I'll get you some juicy software. Quid pro quo, Clarice.
Whatever, weirdo. We'll see.
Okay. Also. Kommt er schon. Öffnen wir den Umschlag. Naja, erstmal nehmen wir ihn. Jetzt öffnen wir ihn. Nein, wir öffnen ihn.
There was a floppy disk in there with a note taped to the back. 1. Boot your computer using the blue floppy. 2. Use the corrupt MBR utility to crash the file system of the computer. Take the floppy out and reboot. 3. Call Clyde at 555-8181. Tell him your computer crashed and give him the error code on the screen. He'll come over and have a look. It shouldn't take too long for him to fix. 4. Now comes the crucial part. You need to somehow make him log on with his admin account. 5. Reboot and retrieve the admin credentials using the blue floppy. 6. Reboot and log on using Clyde's admin account. 7. Look for some kind of tool to remotely open my Ethernet port. Dorm B, room 8. That's it. And remember, if you mess up somewhere, just call Clyde, and he'll have to take care of it. It's his job, after all.
Okay. Also. Deswegen würden wir doch dann erstmal hier das Telefon verwenden und ich glaube erstmal Clyde anrufen. Vielleicht kann der mir irgendwas sagen. Gucken wir mal.
IT, this is Clyde speaking. How can I help you?
I kind of forgot my username.
Well, it's real easy. It's the first letter of your first name followed by your last name. So Jane Doe would be J Doe.
All right, sounds easy enough. So, I hear you and Dave had some kind of fight?
That's really none of your business.
Never mind.
Suit yourself.
Okay. Okay. Also, wir haben ja ein Passwort bekommen. Und würden deshalb, also ich würde mir ganz kurz diese Notizen nochmal angucken.
Hi, Kat. Feel free to use my computer while I'm away. My password is Angel Love. If you call my friend Dave at 55 Superstep.
Nochmal. Moment.
Hi, Kat. My password is Angel Love.
Engelliebe.
If you call my super that miss.
Engelliebe, okay. Also, würde ich jetzt eigentlich... Wie hieß sie denn nochmal?
I'm no geek, but I know how to use a
Okay.
computer, that is. Not a geek.
Okay, ja. Genau, also wir melden uns an mit E. Summers und dann die Engelliebe. Yay, es hat funktioniert. So, also werden wir mal die Diskette einlegen. Ich habe hier gerade ein Fenster im Weg, was mich gerade so ein bisschen störte, daran zu kommen. Okay. Also, und der hat ja gesagt, wir sollen die Festplatte MBR extra hier beschädigen. Ja. Nice. Und, ups.
All right, time for some expert help.
Hello. Clyde, ich habe ein Problem. Wobei, wir können uns das ja erstmal anschauen, ne? Lass uns mal ganz kurz anschauen, was da passiert. Nicht gefunden. Bootfehler. Ah, wie schade aber auch. Ach, Mensch. Dann brauchen wir wohl doch mal ein bisschen Hilfe, ne?
IT, this is Clyde speaking. How can I help you?
Computer.
Hi, I need you to come and fix my roommate's computer.
What seems to be the problem?
It won't start up. There's some kind of system failure with an error code on the screen.
Probably a hard drive failure. Which room are you in?
Dorm A, room 5.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
Thanks.
Okay. Ja, tut mir ja leid, ne? Tut mir wirklich leid.
Hey, Clyde from IT.
Hi, come in.
My, oh my, now how did this happen?
I have no idea. It was like this when I started it up this morning.
Let's have a look. And presto, good as new.
That's perfect. Could you try logging on real quick just to make sure it works?
You go ahead, I'll wait.
Okay. Okay, also. Ach Mensch. Das Passwort ist ja falsch.
Now look what I did.
For crying out loud. Let me try to log in with my account. Okay, everything seems to be in order. I've unlocked your account. Please, try not to break anything else.
Oh, I'll try.
Okay.
Phase 1 complete.
Phase 1 abgeschlossen. Also, jetzt nutzen wir wieder unsere Diskettchen. Packen sie hier wieder rein. Und extrahieren jetzt das Passwort. Passwort extrahieren. Admin Passwort Netzwerk. Ach Gott. Das ist ja, also wer solch ein Passwort nutzt, ne, der hat wirklich ein Problem. So. Wir gehen ins Netzwerk. Und wir hatten es ja irgendwas gesagt mit Wohnheim A oder Wohnheim B. Ich glaube, es war B. Und Port 8. Und da kann man dann...
Alright, that should do it.
Sollte das gewesen sein. Also rufen wir unseren Hacker doch nochmal wieder an. Kann man sicherlich mehr sagen jetzt.
Yeah?
Guess what?
You got it? Hang on. Oh man, I could kiss you! Figuratively, that is. I am so gonna get back at Clyde now. What are those admin credentials, by the way?
Not telling, buddy. Saving those for a rainy day.
Huh. I suppose this nice floppy I've prepared for you stays in my room then.
Sure, then I'll just have to log back on and click that pretty little lock icon again.
Now this is just emotional blackmail.
Quid pro quo, Dave.
Fine. I'll have it dropped off at your room. God damn, you're like a she-Clyde. A Clydeette.
Huh, that is the worst insult I have ever heard. Later, Dave.
Okay. Schon wieder ein Umschlag. Mensch.
I'll just get rid of these notes now. I don't need them anymore. This must be the software I need.
Okay, wir machen ihn erstmal auf.
There was a floppy disk inside.
Nein.
It's labeled Tools.
So, und dann verwenden wir ihn. Okay. Leerer Scanner. Achso, jetzt genau, ja. Image analysieren, Voice Forscher. Wir haben ja hier so ein wunderschönes Foto, was richtig schlecht überbelichtet ist. Und das würde ich doch jetzt einfach mal da reinlegen. Und das doch vielleicht einfach mal scannen. Achso. Erstmal scannen. So. Ach so, warte mal. Wir gehen nochmal kurz zurück. Wir haben ja auch noch so eine Kassette, ne?
I don't see any need to scan this tape. The other one might be more useful.
Ah, das andere. Okay. Also was hier drin ist. Aber wie kann man sowas in einen Scanner packen? Das verstehe ich jetzt gerade nicht so richtig. Aber okay. Band AB, genau. Also wir schauen uns dann doch erstmal, würde ich sagen, das Bild an, würde ich sagen. Das ist, glaube ich, eines der schöneren Sachen.
What the hell is that? Ball lightning? I'll print the whole picture for now, but there's probably more to find.
Der Drucker hört sich aber sehr modern an. Ah.
That shape has to be significant somehow.
Ja.
I don't want to print that part of the image.
Okay. Das ist schon sehr komisch.
Okay, Erica Wade, let's see if we can't motivate you to hear me out.
Okay. So. Also.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
Okay. Mehrere Fehler.
What the hell? Calm down, Kathy. Think. Just think. It has to be some sick joke left in the program by Dave. Yeah, that must be it. He is one twisted fuck.
Okay. Okay. Also wir haben hier interessante Wörter und wir müssen hier jetzt natürlich auch was machen. Okay. Dann machen wir erstmal noch was anderes. Ich habe da nämlich gerade noch was gelesen. Denn in diesem Bild soll noch was ganz Besonderes sein, was ich übersehen habe. Diese Blume nämlich.
Unusual flower over there, though. Never seen anything like it. Maybe worth printing? Good idea, but I should probably zoom in all the way. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all there is to find in this picture.
Okay, das Picture haben wir. Und damit gehen wir nochmal zu diesem AB-Band, was sehr, sehr interessant ist. Denn da müssen wir jetzt nämlich hier was raussuchen. Also. Wir hören uns das einfach nochmal an.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
So, also wir müssen hier ein paar Wörter raussuchen, um natürlich dann zu sagen, ja super, das ist die Person. Ähm... Da haben wir schon das erste Wort. Aber wo ist das zweite? Ach, da. Moment.
How you doing? How you doing?
Okay, ja. Ja. Also wir haben hier so wunderschöne Wörter, sind natürlich nicht sortiert. Oder? Da. Doch, die sind sortiert. Haben wir denn hier so...
I should let the recipient know who is speaking with this voice.
Genau, also ich bin da gerade... Habt ihr da eine Idee? Habt ihr da eine Idee? Ich überlege gerade auch selber. Warte mal.
How you doing? How you doing?
Wird das denn klappen? Wird das reichen? Ich weiß es nicht. Ich glaube ja nicht. Ich glaube irgendwie nicht so daran, dass ich das jetzt hier richtig gemacht habe. Denn wir sollen ja jemanden anrufen. Und vielleicht auch vorher noch das Papier da nehmen, was wir da gedruckt haben.
I'll just get rid of the original picture now, since I have the restored version anyway. Strange. Now that I look at them, the lights remind me of something I picked up yesterday.
Probier mal was aus. Wir müssen nämlich hier die Troller anrufen, die uns ja so richtig schön abgelehnt hat.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
Sure, I could just leave a message for that harpy, but I doubt anything I will say will change her mind about helping me. I think I need a more indirect approach. Maybe there's a way to get creative with that answering machine tape.
Damit sagt sie das schon, ne? Damit sagt sie es schon, ich muss da was zusammenstellen. Okay, also ist das nicht zusammengestellt, was ich zusammenstellen wollte. Macht das denn Sinn, was ich hier einspreche? Also wir haben hier Erika. Ach so, warte mal. Passt das?
I should let the recipient know who is speaking with this voice.
Das wird ja schon mal so passen. Haben wir denn hier so...
I don't think I need to manipulate this particular voice recording.
Ah, okay. Passt das?
I should let the recipient know who is speaking with this voice. I'm greeting Charles Wade with his own voice? That makes no sense.
Ah, Moment.
I should probably greet my intended recipient first.
Ah, hello. Also, wie hieß sie denn nochmal? Erika, ne? Genau. Erika.
I should let the recipient know who is speaking with this voice.
Macht das Sinn?
I should let the recipient know who is speaking with this voice.
Macht doch gar keinen Sinn.
Now that's just morbid. Now that's just morbid.
Makaber, okay, makaber ist auch nicht gut.
How you doing?
Das ist jetzt natürlich so.
How you doing?
Nein. Ah, warte mal. Warte mal. Ich bin's.
How you doing?
Ruf Kathy Wayne an.
How you doing?
Nein.
I should let the recipient know who is speaking with this voice. How you doing? I'm close. I just need to rearrange it a bit to make sense. I'm close. How you doing?
Nein! Also irgendwas mit Erika.
I don't think I need to manipulate.
Ja. Erika.
I don't think I need to manipulate.
Okay, ja.
I'm close. I just need to rearrange it a bit to make sense.
Das macht doch Sinn. Warum macht das denn keinen Sinn? Ich habe jetzt mal kurz ein bisschen nachgeguckt hier und habe hier jetzt einen anderen Text. Hallo Erika, ich bin's, Dad. Rufe. Wo ist das denn? Da, ruf Kathy Wayne an und sag ihr was sie wissen will.
Almost. Just a few more tweaks. That should work.
Okay.
All right, the forged message should now be at the end of the original tape.
Okay. Also, gehen wir hier wieder raus, nehmen uns unser Tape.
It's some advanced scanner thingy. It can scan pictures, tapes, all sorts of stuff. It's some
Kombinieren mit unserem Digi-Gerät. Nein, ach Mist.
Not right now. I have the forged message ready for playback.
Okay, dann kombinieren wir das mit dem Telefon.
That combination makes no sense.
No? Na, dann nehme ich einfach so das Telefon. Nehmen wir jetzt aber mal einen Rekorder.
I don't see how those things work together.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
Hello, Erica. It's your father. Call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants. Bye.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
Hi, Erica. This is Kathy Rain. I spoke to your father. He asked me to get in touch with you and said he would call ahead. You can reach me at 555-8352. Bye. Your move, Erica.
Okay. Also haben wir schon mal was ganz, ganz Gutes geschafft. Und geht die Tür auf.
Oh, hello there, Mildred.
Hi yourself, Agatha.
What? How'd you... Ugh, never mind.
I know your social security number too.
Oh, God. Soon you'll start stealing my clothes and then walk around in them pretending to be me.
Who says I haven't done that already?
Okay, I admit that's pretty funny.
So anyway, how did things go with Dave?
Pretty good. I had to sabotage your computer.
You had to what?
Oh, chill outie. It was just a tiny little thing. I just needed an excuse for the IT guy to come by so I could steal his password.
Clyde? But he's so nice. Why'd you want to steal his password?
It's a long story.
Yeah.
And then I used Mr. Wade's synthesized voice to craft this fake message, which I left on her answering machine.
Now that's some out-of-the-box thinking.
Yep, just might be silly enough to work.
Yeah. Anyhow, feel free to keep using my computer. I need to do some homework anyway.
Sounds good. I'm sure I found everything in the picture of those lights, but I have a nagging feeling that they're connected to something I found yesterday.
So, wir haben hier ja noch so dieses wiederhergestellte Bild, ne?
A printed picture of the strange smoky lights. It appears to have been taken somewhere in Conwell Woods. Now that I look at them, they remind me of something I picked up yesterday.
Ah! Mit dieser Broschüre.
Wow, the church logo looks pretty similar to the smoky lights. I might have to visit them after all.
Mhm.
Hey, E, come check this out.
Wow, they're hypnotic. Looks like a will-o'-the-wisp. You know, the spirit of the forest.
Now, that's just silly, Eileen. There has to be a more reasonable explanation for them.
Hey, there's nothing silly about forest spirits. You should talk to Meadow, my Wiccan friend. She's really opened my eyes about these sort of things.
Ist das nicht deine christliche Pflicht leugnen, wie sie die Heiden an?
Isn't it your Christian duty to consider people like her to be heathens?
Oh, I doubt she could ever be more of a heathen than you are.
Huh. I guess you've got a point.
Okay.
So anyway, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, my side of the room is starting to get a bit messy. There's always that.
I meant with the investigation, silly.
I guess you could try to find out more about these lights. Maybe figure out where that picture was taken.
I know exactly where to start.
Good. I'm gonna get some food now before I pass out.
Okie dokie. I'll grab my books and get cracking.
All right, see you in a bit.
Okay. Sie geht jetzt essen. Kommt wieder.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey.
So, any progress with the search?
Yeah, I was able to identify that flower. It's called the red scythe, or Rosea falcus. I discovered that there was a small nature reserve near Conwell Springs, which was established in '89. The red scythe is on their list of endangered plants. I made a photocopy of the botany book page in case you want it later.
That's something. I should go check it out. Maybe I can narrow down the place where that picture was taken. And, good work, Eileen.
Happy to help. So what...
Oh, hang on. I'll go get that.
Okie dokie.
Es klingelt. Ich gehe mal ganz kurz, mach mal ganz kurz hier ein Fenster auf. Ich muss mal ganz kurz was ein bisschen beobachten. Nicht schlimm, aber wir machen jetzt weiter, denn es klingelt weiterhin.
Hello?
This is Erica Wade calling for Kathy Rain.
Speaking.
Miss Rain, this is terribly awkward. I realize now how rude I was before. I wanted to apologize and ask if there is anything I can do.
Okay.
Apology accepted. You can start by answering a few questions.
Very well.
Über den Vorfall.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather that night in '81?
Not really, no. But what I do know is how it destroyed Father.
It did?
Oh, yes. The two of them were great friends once. And when Joseph was hurt, they hadn't been talking for some time. Father always hoped they would be able to reconnect one day. He kept putting it off, believing they had time. But in the end, it never happened.
So, what were things like back when they were still good friends?
Oh, they were like peas in a pod. Always sharing their war stories and laughing together. In a way, Joseph became the uncle I never had. He was around a lot when Father went out on business trips. Later on, I even met you a few times, when you were just a baby.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, no matter, you were so little then.
Erica, I have to ask, why were you so defensive on the phone earlier when I tried to reach out?
Oh, I don't know, Kathy. Our families haven't been in touch for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but we all started drifting apart. My guess is that it had to do with Father's growing wealth. Friendship needs common ground, and we started living in different worlds. What happened to your grandfather was the final nail in the coffin. Father just couldn't bear seeing him like that, neither alive nor dead.
Okay, sprechen wir dann doch mal über Lily Myers.
What do you know about Lily Myers?
She was a young artist who lived somewhere in Conwell Springs. Killed herself, if I recall correctly. Dreadful thing. But other than that, not much. We never knew the family.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky? It may be an Air Force call sign.
I can't say that I do. Father had many friends in the Air Force, but no one I can recall by that name.
Okay, Charles Wade.
What can you tell me about Mr. Wade?
My father is a great man. He has so many ideas, so much left to realize, which makes it hurt so much more to see him like this.
See him like what?
The illness and everything, of course.
Right. Yeah, it must be hard.
Oh, yes, indeed. I wish he wouldn't be so stubborn with his treatment. He could go to any state-of-the-art hospital, but insists on being treated in that backwater clinic in Conwell Springs.
The community clinic in the middle of town?
Yes. It's like he's given up and is just waiting for the inevitable to happen.
Okay.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
Oh, that little girl had a twisted mind, let me tell you that. Oh, my father used to have a few pieces of hers in his collection. Horrible things. I couldn't understand why he ever decided to procure them in the first place.
You say used to have. Did he get rid of the paintings?
Oh, either that or he put them in storage somewhere. I haven't seen them for years. I never bothered to ask him why. Glad to be rid of them, quite frankly.
Do you know anything about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's the one and only church in Conwell Springs. I was baptized there, and I married my husband there.
Anything out of the ordinary about them?
Oh, not really. They seem like a typical church to me.
Okay. Also, wir haben alles darüber gesprochen, glaube ich. Und ich denke mal, wir sind fertig.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Very well. Feel free to call back if you have any more questions.
Okay.
All right. Wade is in Conwell Springs. He's being treated in the clinic.
Okay.
That was Erica Wade. Her father is being treated at the clinic in Conwell Springs.
Being treated? He's sick?
Looks that way. Small miracle they managed to keep it out of the press.
Yeah, I suppose you're returning to talk to him?
It'll have to be tomorrow. It's quite late for that now.
I suppose. Scrabble?
So, wir haben doch heute gar
you're
nicht gemacht.
so on. I will crush you.
Ist jetzt schon wieder so spät, also wir haben noch nicht so viel gemacht, da kann es doch nicht so spät sein. Mensch. In der Nacht träumt Casey genau dieses hier.
Turning your pawn into a queen, is that the plan, buddy boy? You know me, I'm always playing the long game, old friend. That may be, but you're running out of pieces. First you lost your queen, then your knight. All that matters is the king. Delusional as always. The king is dead. Long live the king. Check.
Good morning, sunshine.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
3 times in a row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Ach ja.
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While I'm at it, I'm gonna check out the church and the nature reserve.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, E.
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Right, yeah. Color printer. Super fan.
Okay, hat sie mir die gegeben jetzt? Ich hoffe.
All right, I'm off. Peace out, E.
Okie dokie. Good luck and see you later.
Dann machen wir uns doch mal auf in die geheime Welt des Krankenhauses. Und wir haben noch weiteres, nämlich die Kirche und das Naturschutzgebiet. Aber wir gehen erstmal zur Klinik, denn ich denke mal, da werden wir jetzt weitergeholfen, hoffe ich.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Ah, schade.
Yep, it's full of trash. Figure that.
Das hätte ja klappen können, ne?
It's that homeless guy who helped me distract Lenny.
Ah, okay, der ist das.
We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
What do they call you anyway?
Goober. Everyone calls me Goober.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Pleasure to meet you.
So, what's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies. The Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder, The Usual Surprises, Natural Bald Killers.
Not ringing any bells.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
So, tell me about this acting career of yours.
What about it?
Das Schweigen von Lambert.
Tell me about The Silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all. He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean. In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez. Based on a true story.
Okay.
I'm not sure I want to know what Jacob's Bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his bladder. During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny. Sadly, before Jacob has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior. After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
Give me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of a 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure. I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
Okay.
Natural Bald Killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair. The protagonist, Eddie Zephyr, turns bald in high school. One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair. Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
Why do you always die at the end of your movies?
Typecasting.
Why do you always die at the end of your movies?
Typecasting.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Not the cultured type. I understand.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Sounds serious. Ask away.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
I most certainly do.
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Abducted by aliens.
I should have known better.
Oh, I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me, taken the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Open your mind, man.
Hat er da irgendwas gerade von Außerirdischen gesagt?
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Really? What can you tell me about her?
Geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't, like, people-friendly.
Now that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
She could sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
Yeah.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself that back in Nam. Oh, how I miss that marvelous youthful ego of mine.
Why do I even bother? Do you know who Charles Wade is?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah, I just told you, man.
How did he look?
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
Okay.
What do you know about Lily Meyer's art?
Nothing but hearsay. People say it was pretty deranged.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac, the priest, is, anyway. His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
What kind of weird shit?
I don't know, they were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not really. I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask Isaac about it. He's a friendly guy.
All right. I might do that.
Okay,
Do you know what this is?
Chinese fireworks, of course. I grew up in Shanghai. I know what I'm talking about. They used to call me Dong Pai, meaning round-eyed baldy. Those were some rough years. I miss the food, not to mention the women. Got 2 kids down there now, Mei Lin and Little Ping.
Time to hit the off switch now, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about this flower?
It's red?
Enlightening.
Ja.
Do you know what this key opens?
Your heart, mademoiselle?
Oh, brother. Do you recognize these men?
That's your granddad, right?
Yeah. What about the other 2?
No idea. I think my face blindness is acting up again.
Okay.
Okay, Okay.
Okay, that's enough serious questions for now.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye.
Bye. Dann gehen wir doch mal ins Krankenhaus. Da werden wir sicherlich weitergeholfen.
Excuse me, nurse? Hey, nurse!
Yeah?
They don't pay you much, huh?
No shit. What do you want?
I'm here to see Charles Wade.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Bullshit. I know he's here. Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
What a bitch. I need to get rid of her somehow.
Was hört sie denn da?
Again? No thanks. I'm gonna have to think outside the box. A calendar from 1991.
Okay.
I guess they really liked that year. I can't read it from here.
Okay, was haben wir da hier noch so alles?
Pretty sure she would object to that.
Ja, war klar.
No thanks. Women's magazines make my brain melt. Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
Oh, ja. Die sagt gar nichts dazu.
No point. I wouldn't even know what room to go to. Time for a smoke break, don't you think?
What?
You smoke?
No way. Those things will kill you.
I wish, but she'd just call security on me.
Wäre ganz so schön gewesen, ne?
I don't want to show her that. I don't want to show her that. Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
Okay. Hier kommen wir jetzt gerade nicht weiter. Kann der Gruber noch hier was machen jetzt?
Hey, Doofus.
Oh, hi!
So, how good an actor are you?
The best! The very best!
You know, that nurse in there, she said she loved you in all those movies, and that she always wished you'd give her a live performance.
I knew it. She always gave me these strange looks. I thought it was contempt, but her face must just be cramping up from shyness.
Yeah, that's definitely it. She'd love to see you act, I'm sure.
I'm gonna have to oblige. Which movie do you think she'd like the best?
Eine Überraschung, würde ich sagen.
How about The Usual Surprises?
Business as usual. I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's that smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. I'm seizing. Thank you. You've been a great audience.
Nurse, he's seizing! Oh, shit!
Haha, cool.
Man, I feel like a total jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
Okay, wir können den Computer jetzt mal verwenden. Diskette. CM-Dance Autogator. Was ist das denn für ein Benutzername und Passwort? Okay. Na, dann machen wir das doch mal. Also geben hier ein CMNDZ mit dem Passwort Torgador. So, wir suchen nach einem Wade. Charles Wade. Ist nicht gestorben. Okay. Überwiesen an Dr. A. Friedmans. An Patienten werden intensiver Eingriff am offenen Herzen durchgeführt. Er wurde auf einem eigenen Bitte hin in diese Einrichtung verlegt. Die Prognose ist positiv und der Patient soll erwartungsgemäß in 6 bis 8 Wochen vollkommen gewesen sein. Stabil in Raum 6b. Das klingt doch ganz gut. Also gehen wir doch mal in den Raum 6b.
It's all right, Claude.
Understood, sir.
So, you managed to find me.
I did.
Well, let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your front page?
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
Ah, she's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break. Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
That's not what this is about. It's personal.
Sounds serious. Perhaps I should ask Claude to produce his gun.
You know, Charles, the person most likely to be harmed by a gun tends to be its owner.
Very true. That's something that Japs who captured me learned the hard way.
Did my grandfather bail you out then too, or was that one of the few times where he didn't save your sorry ass?
Hold on there. Explain yourself.
You're willing to listen to something other than your own voice? I'm stunned. I'm Kathy Rain. Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
I was.
You were late.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
Den Vorfall bitte.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph. But he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice, but he came up ahead, no doubt.
So when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
My parents?
Yes. They ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior. I couldn't have that around my daughter or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
Ja.
I wouldn't mind teaching my old man some manners myself, wherever he is.
Yes, of course. You must understand this better than anyone. People like your father simply cannot grasp how far their bad influence spreads. So our families started drifting apart. Eventually, my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
Okay, was kann er uns denn über Lily Myers erzählen?
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs. Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
What art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
Das waren Infos über gestohlene Sachen.
Do you recognize the call sign Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it. It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Perfect. Thanks.
Okay.
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense. He's been held in a mental institution for years.
Oh, God.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans? I had her committed about a year ago.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now.
So, über die Kunst.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
That can't be a coincidence.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck. They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
Anytime. But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sioux and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
Okay,
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
Do you know what this key opens?
You must be truly desperate if you ask random people a question like that.
Aber für die Leute, ihr seid so geil.
What do you see in this picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
Do you know what this is?
A flower. Why don't you consult a botanist instead of bothering me with this nonsense?
Ja,
Thanks,
gut,
Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
Okay. Also wir haben
Just
ja
some
ein paar.
boring landscape paintings. Looks like Wade brought some of his old tunes with him.
Okay, haben wir noch was hier? Ein
A
Telefon.
private phone. Wade must get special privileges here.
Okay, wir können es auch nicht nutzen. Können wir klauen.
I'd rather not. He'd crush me like a twig.
Okay, dann gehen wir mal wieder raus. Und sie ist halt immer noch weg. Würde ich einfach mal sagen. Dass wir wohin fahren, wo wir halt noch nicht waren. Nämlich zum Naturschutzgebiet. Vielleicht finden wir ja da was.
Well, this is it. This is where the picture was taken. I'm not sure what I expected to find here. I need to clear my head. What the?
We've met before, haven't we?
Nee, wirklich nicht. Nein, an einen gruseligen Glatzkopf mit Make-up würde ich mich erinnern. Das bezweifle ich, sah sie sehen aus, als wären sie gerade vom Zirkus weggelaufen. Das ist nicht gerade mein Ding. Ich bezweifle ich meist aber außer der Aufkleber auf der Flasche Putzmittel zählt. Nicht nur das erste.
Nope, just no. I'd remember a creepy bald dude with makeup.
Memories can deceive, Kathy. Dig deeper.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
You told me, remember?
I feel strange. Am I dreaming?
It's the mending I will try to facilitate.
You're not real. I'm lying asleep in my bed right now.
Focus, Kathy. Listen to the drowned girl.
You mean Lily? What about her?
She's the anomaly, the missing refrain, the convergence point of things past and events yet to happen.
Dial down the metaphors a notch, would you, Mr. Kafka? I get enough of that shit in English class.
I knew you wouldn't disappoint. I'm glad, given how much trouble I went through to be here. You see, my name was taken from me, so I claimed a color in its stead. The next time we meet, you'll know the exact hue of red. You're on the right path, Kathy. Follow your grandfather, and everything will work out in the end.
Hä?
Wait, what? How did I get here?
Ja, das frage ich mich jetzt auch gerade.
Am I going crazy? Am I turning into Mom?
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again so soon.
Wenn ich
Hi,
jetzt schon
Grandma.
mal hier
I just
bin.
thought I'd drop by.
Sure, hon. Stay as long as you'd like.
Na, so lange will ich nicht bleiben. Ich will mal ganz kurz nur mit dir quatschen. Vielleicht weißt du ja was Neues, was ich nicht weiß, aber du
Mind if we
sicherlich.
talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is? He was a friend of Grandpa's.
I believe he teaches at the flight school these days.
I don't think so, at least not anymore. I was told he was placed in a mental facility.
Really? He always struck me as a kind man. Maybe a bit nervous and on edge, but not crazy.
There's more. I found out that Jimmy asked Grandpa for help not long before Grandpa ended up in that wheelchair. Jimmy sounded really desperate. I'm sure what happened to Grandpa that night had something to do with his cry for help.
You should go find the man then. Surely he must know something.
That's the plan. I just wondered if there's anything else you think I should know about him.
Not really. We haven't stayed in touch since Joseph was injured. I know that he had a wife, Agatha, and a son, James. Agatha passed away from cancer years ago, but as far as I know, James still lives in the city with his family.
Okay, thanks, Grandma. I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Okay.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Okay, yes, danke.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
Ich kann sie jetzt mal über das Foto fragen, aber ich glaube, wenn ich sie jetzt über das Foto frage, macht das, glaube ich, auch keinen Sinn. Wir fahren einfach nochmal dahin, würde ich sagen. Wir waren gerade im Naturschutzgebiet, deshalb fahren wir nochmal dahin. Vielleicht gibt es da jetzt was Neues oder wir kommen wieder nach Hause. Ich weiß auch nicht warum.
Hello?
Hier liegt was.
Creepy bald guy. Guess no one's home.
Ah, gruseliger Glatzkopf.
What's this?
Das schauen wir uns doch mal an. Der tote Mann. Ja. Okay.
Looks like a specimen of the red scythe.
Kann man damit was machen?
It's endangered. I'm not gonna take it without a really good reason.
Oh, okay. Also hier ist nichts weiter. Wir können wieder raus. Okay. Also der tote Mann. Fahren wir doch mal zur Hütte.
Oh, gee, I would, but I forgot my swimsuit at home.
Ja, okay. Ja, schön. Gehen wir mal rein.
Oh, it's you again. Come on in.
No Nathan today?
Nah, haven't seen Nate all day. Probably out in the woods.
Okay, ist aber komisch.
Looks like Nathan knows the strange red man. I need to talk to him about this.
Genau, wir sprechen mit ihr jetzt mal drüber. Vielleicht weiß sie ja irgendwas.
I had a few more questions, Sue.
Shoot.
Do you know who the red man is?
Oh, that's just Nate's imaginary friend. The red man has been around ever since my boy was little.
I see. So there's no actual person in town he could be referring to?
No way! According to Nathan, the red man hasn't changed in 30 years.
The red man actually exists. I met him in the forest.
What? That's crazy talk. Stop kidding around. I am not in the mood.
I don't need to ask her about that. I don't need to ask her about that.
Okay, weiß sie dann was über die Geschichte?
Did you know that somebody stole Lily's paintings from Wade?
Huh? I knew he got robbed a few years back, but I thought he still had them all.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Okay.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
Natürlich. Okay. Letzter Rat, den ich jetzt gerade habe. Also wir haben ein Bild zusammengesetzt, ja. Dass wir jetzt mal zur Polizeiwache fahren. Denn auf der Polizeiwache, man hat mir ja im Krankenhaus erzählt, dass wir da nach dem Raub suchen sollen. Und ich denke mal, da kriegen wir jetzt so ein paar Informationen, die wir sicherlich brauchen werden.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Es gibt...
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
Okay.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Not really, Kathy. Sorry.
Okay. Der kennt's
I
wahrscheinlich.
don't need to ask him that now. Nah,
Na.
Do you know anything about a weird bald guy dressed in red around here?
You're joking, right?
Oh, never mind.
Eigentlich nicht. Aber okay.
Do you know what this is?
I have no idea. Looks creepy, whatever it is. Where did you get it?
Grandpa had it hidden away in the attic.
Probably for a good reason, then. Be careful out there.
Okay. Ja.
Well, gotta go.
Gut.
See ya.
Er kann mir nicht weiterhelfen, dann hoffe ich mal, dass unser Deputy, unser Sheriff hier, ein bisschen gesprächiger ist.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
I don't need to ask him that now. Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Nope.
Do you know anything about the art theft in the Wade estate?
Yes, Mr. Wade phoned ahead about that. Lenny!
Yes, boss?
Get the report from the burglary in the Wade estate back in '86?
On it, boss. There you go, Kathy.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, wir schauen uns den mal an. Was denn da so drin steht. Also, der Alarm auf dem Raid-Anwesen wurde ausgelöst. Das Haus steht derzeit leer. Die Polizei wurde von den Nachbarn herbeigerufen. Beamte erschienen am Tatort. Knapp eine ganze Stunde später. Mehrere tote, eingeschlagene Fenster konnten entdeckt werden. Bei der Durchsuchung des Anwesens und des umgehenden Geländes kamen keine Spuren des Täters fündig gemacht werden. Einzelne Zeugen infizierten, als Franklin Goldfarb berichtet, dass mehrere Diebe den Tatort verlassen haben. Charles Wade kommt in Colorado Springs an, um eine offizielle Stellungnahme abzugeben. Nachdem er das Haus inspizierte hat, berichtete er, dass das Gemälde im Wert von über $15.000 gestohlen wurde. Die fraglichen Kunstwerke sind noch immer nicht in den Kreisen aufgetaucht und die normalerweise mit gestohlenen Waren in Verbindung gebracht werden. Untersuchungen wird eingestellt, da es keine Hinweise dazu gibt. Tja.
I gotta find this Goldfarb guy. Maybe he knows more about the burglary.
Franklin Goldfarb. Du kannst mir sicherlich ein bisschen mehr darüber sagen.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Sounds familiar, but I can't place him.
Well, gotta go.
Okay.
See ya.
Okay. Dann gehen wir mal hier. Vielleicht weiß er ja was.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Ja, muss ich leider.
I don't need to ask him that. Do you know anything about a weird bald guy dressed in red around here?
What the hell are you talking about?
Never mind.
Ach Mensch.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Nee, das war's schon.
I'll hang on to it for now.
Okay.
That's all for now.
Good.
Also er kann sich selbst der Sheriff kann sich nicht an diesen Namen erinnern, was schon bedeutet, dass er entweder zu der Zeit noch gar nicht da war oder er es schon vergessen hat, weil es so unwichtig war. Ich würde erstmal zu unserem Haus fahren und fragen erstmal, was sie vielleicht davon hält. Vielleicht weiß sie ja was. Können ja aber sonst gleich noch ins Telefonbuch gucken. So, ich drücke mal diesen Dialog mal kurz weg, weil wissen wir ja schon.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Dass ich wieder da bin. Hallo.
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Ich fasse mal ganz kurz nach dem Bild.
What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
I have no idea, but it's quite an eerie display. What is it?
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
Yeah, it was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Aren't you clever? Do let me know if you come across anything else.
Hab ich.
Do you know anything about this flower, Grandma?
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
Okay,
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Okay, dann fragen wir sie doch danach.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Oh, that poor man. He used to be an upstanding citizen, you know. Now he's constantly drinking and keeps babbling on about that imaginary acting career of his.
Sad thing. Do you know where I can find him?
He's homeless, dear. Lost his job a few years ago and never really got back on his feet.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Thanks, Grandma. Looks like I'm gonna have to have a chat with Goober.
Ja, glaube ich auch.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
Dann brauchen wir mal gar nicht mal in das Telefonbuch gucken, denn Goober sagt uns alles was. Und deswegen werden wir jetzt ganz schnell hier wieder rausgehen und ab ins Krankenhaus fahren, denn wir haben ihn ja zuletzt mit dem Taser wunderschön geschockt. Das heißt, er wurde vielleicht ein bisschen wach, aber wer weiß es schon, ne? Schauen wir mal, gehen wir mal ins Krankenhaus rein. Und sprechen nochmal mit ihr.
I need a word, Miss Mendez.
Wait, how do you know my name?
It's written on that board behind you, genius.
You have the eyesight of a bald eagle or something?
What can I say? I'm a freak of nature. What happened to Goober, anyway?
Who?
The guy who had the seizure?
Oh, he ran off somewhere. Kept babbling about a religious near-death experience.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Das klingt für mich irgendwie so ein bisschen nach Kirche. Oder? Was meint ihr? Wir gehen da mal einfach hin.
Hello, Father.
Greetings, my child. I'm glad you decided to come here.
Yeah, but just so you know, I'm not here to join your church or anything.
Oh, I would never assume that.
Good. So, with that out of the way, I have some questions.
Anything you need. I'm Isaac Price.
Kathy Rain, but I'm guessing you figured that out already.
I did. Rumors spread quickly around here. So, how can I be of service?
Sprich mal bitte etwas über diesen Vorfall.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
It was the work of the devil, I'll say that much. Joseph was a kind man. He did not deserve such a fate. You heard my speech at the funeral, Kathy. I meant every word. He was a great man who did much good for this community.
Did you know him personally?
In a way, he and my father did charity work together. Joseph was around a lot when I was young. They collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth, among other things.
So my grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was a friend of the church, but he wasn't a religious man. He believed only in philanthropy. That being said, Joseph was the person who convinced me to become a priest.
Really?
Oh yes, I was a teenager back then, full of rebellion, every fiber of my being wanting to distance myself from my father. Joseph made me realize my sinful pride and showed me how I should follow my heart regardless of what others might think. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
Okay.
Does the name Lily Myers mean anything to you?
It does. I was a substitute teacher in her high school for some time before I was ordained.
Really? Did you know her personally?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as a teacher would know any student.
All right, so how did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school a lot, and when she did show up, she was absent-minded and moody. She always looked depressed and hunched down like she had a whole world on her shoulders.
Any idea of what caused this change?
Not a clue. All I know is that when she returned from that last summer break, she was a whole different person.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
I don't recognize that name, no.
Oh, okay, schade.
Do you know anything about an art theft at the Wade estate in the 80s?
I have just a vague memory of reading about it in the paper.
Care to tell me the history of the church?
I'd be happy to. The story is a fascinating one. This church was founded by my father, William T. Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he'd done so many times before. However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind. He was angry, thinking of evil deeds, even considering swerving off the road into a rock and ending it all. Then suddenly, divine intervention. 3 bright lights appeared. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, the sign of God. This epiphany was the moment my father had been waiting for. He sold all of his belongings and took me and my brother to live with him here in Conwell Springs. Soon thereafter, he built this church and started gathering followers. They began to refer to him as Father Bill.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany?
Indeed. The stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity as witnessed by my father.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious. It's a captivating story.
Well, it was in the spring of 1971, but my father never told anyone where.
Okay, so what happened then?
People flocked to Father Bill. He started teaching, writing scripture. The church flourished and continued to grow all the way up until his sudden death in 1983. That's when I stepped in to take leadership of the church.
I take it that the church started declining after the death of Father Bill?
Yes, naturally so. With such a magnetic personality, he was irreplaceable. But I assure you the church is still very much thriving.
Looks kinda empty to me.
It's not really our peak hours.
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals then? Trying to reel people in at a weak moment?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child. I'm simply providing divine guidance when it's needed the most.
Okay, dann frage ich ihn doch jetzt mal, weil wegen diesem Bild.
I could, but I think I have more to gain from a subtle strategy.
Okay.
I'll keep it to myself for now, until I know more about this church.
Okay, gute Sache auch.
This may sound strange, but have you heard of or seen a strange man dressed in red?
Only our Lord and Savior Jesus. Surely his rags were drenched in blood as he lay upon the cross.
That's not what I meant. I mean someone here, in Conwell Springs.
Are you joking? I haven't seen a person like that, no.
Okay. Fragen wir dann doch mal nach Franklin.
Do you know who Franklin Goldfarb is?
I am afraid not, my child.
Leider nicht, mein Kind. Ach, das ist doch schön.
I don't need to show.
Okay, ich frage ihn nochmal nach dem Schlüssel.
Do you know what this key opens?
I'm afraid not, my child.
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
Goober ist hier. Mensch.
Hello again, Goober.
You again? Are you stalking me, girl? You pop up everywhere I go. I'll try to tone down the charm, but I can't promise anything.
Huh, yeah, you're quite the charmer.
I know. I just said that, man.
Listen, I feel kind of bad about the electrocution.
Oh, that's what it was. What a cherry on top of my stellar performance.
Yeah, it was pretty convincing.
So what brings you to the house of God? Come to repent?
I'm afraid that ship has long since sailed, buddy. I had a few things I wanted to ask you about, though.
Shoot, Missy!
Okay, machen wir.
I don't need to ask him about that.
Okay.
I should probably confront him directly about him being a witness.
Okay.
I don't need to ask him about that.
Okay. Franklin.
Your real name is Franklin Goldfarb, right?
Oh, nobody calls me that.
Regardless, I know for a fact that you were a witness to a burglary a few years back at the Wade Estate.
Yeah, what about it?
Why don't you tell me what you saw exactly?
I heard the alarm go off, glass breaking, then I saw 3 guys running away, carrying a bunch of stuff.
What did they look like?
It was dark, I don't know, they were definitely 3 big, bulky guys. They
what?
Oh, nothing, that's it. Didn't see anything else.
Bullshit, spit it out.
Well, one of those guys dropped his ring when running away. I sort of pawned it.
A ring?
Oh.
What kind of ring?
Platinum with an inscription. 2 letters, B something. Man, I don't remember. My photographic memory stopped working in 1979.
Which pawn shop was that?
Pete's Pawning and Plumbing. It closed down a long time ago, though. Owner left town. There's a coffee shop back there now.
Ach.
Too bad. Guess that's a dead end. Thanks anyway.
Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that description recently? Not on a building. It was something small. Did the inscription on the ring look anything like this?
Wow, actually exactly like that.
Also, BH.
Any idea what BH stands for?
Beehive? Bet high? Big head?
Okay, that's all for now.
See ya!
BH.
Hello, Isaac. I've got a few more questions for you.
Alter.
I'm all ears, my child.
Okay, fragen wir ihn mal danach, was BH
Do you know
heißen
what
könnte.
BH means? It's inscribed on this lighter.
I'm sorry, but no.
Okay,
That's all I need for now, Father.
thanks.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
Okay, also dann gehen wir doch mal zurück und gucken uns mal zu Hause um. Denn sie könnte doch sicherlich was wissen, was denn BH heißen könnte. Oder? Ich weiß es nicht.
Oh,
Hallo, mein liebes Kindchen. Ja, wir wissen das schon. Sagst jedes Mal den gleichen Text.
mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
BH.
Do you recognize the acronym BH? It's on Dad's lighter.
Yes, dear. It means the Black Hats. They're those ruffians on motorcycles whom your father is associated with.
Oh, his biker gang. That makes sense.
Die Black Hats.
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
I refuse to talk about those hoodlums. They turned your father into a horrible person. You should stay far away from them, Kathy. They're awful people, just awful.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be
Okay.
back later.
So long.
Darüber möchtest du wohl nicht so viel sprechen. Okay. Okay. Also Black Hats, es ist ja so eine Rocker-Gang, würde ich so sagen. Und damit würde ich sagen, ist dir ja sicherlich schon mal so ein bisschen aufgefallen. Und würde sagen, dass wir zur Polizeiwache damit fahren und einfach da mal nachfragen, was denn da so es vielleicht mit auf sich haben könnte. Das wäre eine gute
Hey,
Idee.
Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Die Black Hats.
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
They've caused us trouble from time to time, but they've been kind of quiet lately. We put a few of their captains in the slammer over the years, but we never managed to find enough dirt on their leader. Bo Brunson. Big Bo.
Do you know where I can find them?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just find a map.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay, wir haben einen neuen Schauplatz
Well,
und
gotta go.
See ya.
das ist für mich jetzt ein Anreiz, dahin zu gehen. Wo geht das denn auf? Da. Ah, das sieht ja hier richtig einladend aus.
Sweet butt incoming!
Like hell I am. I'm nobody's property.
You sure? Doesn't she look like a sweet butt? Little slut? I think she does.
Step off, creep.
Or what? You tell your daddy on me?
Oder du kannst dir das Eier vom Boden abkratzen. Du verfluchtes Schwein. Glaubst du wirklich, ich brauche meinen Daddy, um dir schwächling in die Nase zu treten? Oder du solltest besser schnell dazulernen. Arschloch, verpiss dich aber schnell. Ich glaube, ich nehme das erste. Das klingt richtig schön.
Or you'll be scraping your balls off the floor, you fucking pig.
Oh, I love it when they play hard to get.
Let go of me!
What the hell's going on out here?
Nothing, Prez. Just having a bit of fun with this gash here.
I suggest you leash that dog of yours.
For fuck's sake, Prospect, not again. Get the hell out of here.
Sorry, boss, I'll go. Fuck, that hurt, you cunt.
Dass du noch stehst, wundert mich. Okay.
He'll be disciplined for that.
He better be. I take it you're Bo?
I am. And who are you, darling?
Kathy Rain.
Bullshit. She lives in the city with her deranged mother. Who are you, really? Did the Vandals send you?
No, they didn't. I am Kathy Rain.
Prove it, then.
Well, I would, but I left my ID back home.
That's convenient. I think I've wasted enough time with you.
I need to figure out some proof. This proof enough for you?
I'll be damned. That's Brian's lighter, all right. Sorry about the paranoia. We've had some problems with the Vandals lately.
I get it. Can't be too careful.
So, that's your ride out there. Corley Motors, right? 78?
76.
You got the same taste as your old man. He always rode Corleys.
Probably the only thing he and I have in common.
You set up those mods yourself? Looks custom made for your, small frame.
Yeah, took some time to get the measurements right.
I imagine so. Girls like you don't often ride heavy bikes.
I'm not most girls.
Ain't that the truth? Most girls don't just waltz into places like this either.
I guess you'd know. Anyway, I had some questions for you in the club.
Go ahead, then. Your old man was a good brother, so I'll indulge it for now.
Okay, dann sprechen wir mal mit ihm so ein
Do
bisschen.
you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain in 1981?
No, we had our differences, me and him, but that's a horrible fate for a man. I'd rather be dead than a vegetable.
So I take it you and him didn't get along.
No, I could write a book about that man. On one page, I'd praise him. On the next, I'd want to smash his skull in. He could be a real self-righteous prick when he wanted to, that's for sure. But everyone knew he was the real law around here. Truman was a tool. I respected Joseph, and he respected me. But he hated how Brian looked up to me. Joseph always blamed the club for the path Brian chose in life, even though it was just due to him being a shitty father.
You seriously thought Grandpa was a bad parent?
Everybody knew about it. People just tend to forget the bad qualities of men in wheelchairs. Joseph wasn't a saint. He saw everything in black and white. He was only kind to whomever he considered to be good by his narrow moral standards. The ones who wouldn't fit in that small mold didn't get any chances. None whatsoever.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Lily Myers?
Nothing that anyone else around here couldn't tell you.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
No.
War klar.
Tell me, how long have you been the president of this club?
15 years now, give or take. VP for 10 before that.
Good. Then you can tell me why you stole Lily Myers' paintings from Charles Wade in '86.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'd recommend you be careful with wild accusations like that.
Fine. Is there anything I can do for the club to earn your trust?
You mean like cleaning the toilets? Making coffee? I think we got that covered, Cupcake.
Spare me your sexist bullshit. I can take care of business.
You're nothing like your old man, you know that?
I take that as a compliment.
You do that. In any case, I've had enough of this nonsense. Stop pushing your luck.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Do I look like a pious man to you? I've peed on churches.
Okay.
This may be a weird question, but have you ever met a bald man dressed in red?
I've made a few bald men red. That count?
Und noch über euch.
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
Black Hats MC was founded in the 60s by my old man, my uncle, and 2 other local bikers. Conwell Springs is the mother chapter, and we have support clubs in 6 other locations across 3 states. There's a total of 16 members here, 12 patch, 4 prospects. I'm the acting president of this chapter as well as of the whole club. Have been for more than 15 years.
The law give you any trouble?
It used to be tough when your granddad was around. He and Truman ran a tight ship.
And now?
Now they try, but Boyks and the boy are a nuisance at best.
Okay.
Do you know what this is?
Whoa.
What? Do you recognize that?
I saw one of those with my own eyes a few years ago.
Really? Where?
Middle of the woods, the road to the city. Those things came from nowhere and gave me this crazy headache right on the plate in my head. At the time, I thought it was just a nasty case of migraine.
You have a plate in your head?
Yeah, titanium from a shrapnel wound I got in Man.
I see. Titanium isn't the least bit magnetic, is it?
How the hell should I know? I'm no scientist.
Do you remember where exactly on the road it happened?
No, like I said, I dismissed it as a migraine. Didn't pay too much attention as to where I was.
Fair enough. Do you know anything about this flower, Bo?
Do I look like a florist to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
You crack me up, girl.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna hit the road.
Right on. I have some business to take care of, but make yourself at home.
Thanks, Bo. See you around.
Hey, Brian's girl.
Yeah?
I overheard you. I'm Emmett.
Hey.
The boss man isn't usually that grumpy. He's got a lot on his mind. But I think I may know of a way to loosen him up.
I'm all ears, buddy.
Well, Bo and Brian are the double Bs, as we used to call them. They used to have this drink together. Brian came up with it. He called it a Bloodier Mary.
Sounds like my kind of drink.
Yeah, it's basically a Bloody Mary, but with pig blood instead of tomato juice.
I take that back. Gross.
I'm kidding. It's just a Bloody Mary, but with a special ingredient added to it.
If you say that special ingredient is blood, I will literally punch you.
No. Brian refused to tell anyone what it was. He only made it for special occasions. It's probably something uncommon, like a rare herb or some kind of expensive spice.
So let me guess. If I can produce this drink for Bo, you think he would help me out?
It'll make him remember Brian, which should go a long way. He hasn't had that drink since your old man disappeared. Brian was like a son to him. The boss would have died for him back in the day. If you could recall the good times with your father, he might change his mind.
I guess it could be worth a try. But wait, why are you helping me?
You're Brian's kid. That means you're family. We take care of family.
Well, how was that drink compared with a regular Bloody Mary?
Tasted a bit more like pepper and had a punch to it. It usually gave some pretty nasty hangovers. Oh, if you had a lot of them, you'd hallucinate some crazy shit. Pretty wild.
Trippy. Thanks.
You're welcome, darling.
Okay. Ich gehe mal davon aus, dass das vielleicht diese Blume ist, die da oben im Naturschutzgebiet ist, denn die könnte vielleicht helfen.
Sorry, endangered flower, but I really need to make a drink.
Glaube ich auch. Da war ein Eichhörnchen, aber wie schön. Ah, schade. Wir müssen aber schon wieder weiter, wir müssen wieder zurück. So schnell muss das gehen. So schnell. Ups, nicht getroffen. Entschuldigung. Hallo. So.
I'd like a Bloody Mary.
Coming right up.
Oh, and add this, will you? Just something I like for flavor. Put it in a blender.
Whatever you say.
Einmal schreddern.
One Bloody Mary. Enjoy.
Thanks, buddy.
The club will cover that, Jose?
Sure thing, VP.
Thanks again, Emmett.
You got it.
Okay.
Hey, Bo. I've got something for you.
I recognize that smell. You found your dad's recipe.
Something like that.
Man, is this a trip down memory lane? I keep expecting Brian to walk in here any second. You know, all this nostalgia is making me remember how much I really owe your old man.
Yeah?
Yeah, so here's the deal. In '86, Carl, my VP at the time, came to me and said he had a job lined up for the club. Some guy had offered him good dough for stealing a bunch of paintings from a mansion. He needed 2 brothers for the job. I was busy with other things at the time, so I gave my permission as long as the club got the usual cut. He returned a week later with a nice wad of cash. I didn't realize it was Wade he had knocked off until I read the paper. If I had known that, I'd advised against it. Wade is a powerful man with friends in city council. There's no reason to piss him off.
Got it. So, what do you know about the guy who hired you for the job?
Not much. Carl said it was some bearded preacher.
Whoa, Isaac from the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Could be. I don't know who that is. It was a priest. I know that much.
Thanks, Bo. I'm gonna follow up on this right away.
That's
Okay.
it? You're not gonna ask me about what happened to your old man? Not even curious?
I couldn't give 2 shits about that asshole.
Bullshit. Don't expect anyone to believe you're that angry with someone you don't give 2 shits about.
Either he's dead or he abandoned me. Do any of those options look appealing to you?
They don't, but you should know that no one from the club had anything to do with it. I meant it when I said Brian was a good brother. He had no enemies here. Not then, and not now.
Comforting to hear, Mr. President.
Shut up and listen, girl. I'm trying to tell you something. Brian used to talk about heading to Mexico, about riding off into the sunset and getting away from all his newfound responsibilities. And I think part of him was serious. You deserve to know that there's a chance he's still out there somewhere.
Sure. Let's hope that bastard is living it up somewhere.
Just take care of yourself, you hear?
You too.
Natürlich.
That day went by fast. I think I'm gonna ask if I can stay the night at Grandma's.
Okay. Dann fragen wir sie doch mal.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hey, Grandma, it got kinda late. Would it be okay if I stay the night?
Of course, dear. Have a seat. I'll make you something to eat.
Oh, you're the best. I'm starving.
In der Nacht träumt Kathy genau dieses hier.
Do you see? You are both unwanted, both discarded. Good. Lick the flames, buddy boy. Lick the flames and feel the hatred burn.
Also, jetzt wird's richtig strange, ne? Und da war gerade jemand am Fenster.
Lily's painting, burning, and the kid from the cemetery. It's gotta mean something.
Das ist wirklich komisch. Und ich würde sagen, wir sind schon sehr, sehr weit im Spiel. Wirklich sehr weit im Spiel. Und würde jetzt einmal speichern und sagen, dass wir uns beim nächsten Mal wiedersehen. Nächstes Mal ist nämlich genau am Sonntag. Und am Sonntag werden wir dann Kathy Wayne weiterspielen. Und dann werden wir mal schauen, ob wir zum Ziel kommen oder ob wir dann doch irgendwo noch zwischendrin hängen bleiben. Auf jeden Fall bin ich gespannt, wie es ausgeht mit Kathy Wayne. Detective is born. Und nicht wundern, dass es so ein 4:3 Bild ist, obwohl wir 16:19. Das Spiel ist so, es ist eigentlich ein Fenstermodus-Spiel, also kein Vollbildspiel und man kann es nicht ändern, ich weiß auch nicht, aber es ist so. In dem Sinne wünsche ich euch noch einen schönen Abend, wir sehen uns dann am Sonntag wieder, dann spielen wir weiter Kathy Wayne und schauen uns natürlich auch die anderen Spiele noch an. Eins haben wir noch in den Twitch Finals und dann haben wir noch eine ganz, ganz riesengroße Palette an Spielen, die wir auf jeden Fall noch spielen wollen. Also, das wird ein richtig schöner Spaß. Wir sehen uns dann nächstes Mal wieder, nächsten Sonntag oder wie gesagt zu unseren ganz normalen Let's Play-Zeiten Samstag 20 Uhr und am Sonntag um 15 Uhr. Ich bin raus. Tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal und auf Wiedersehen. Ciao.